I bleed silver with black, and I wear it with pride. Hold my shield to the sky. I'm a raider for life. 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 I'm a raider for life.
Touchdown, Raiders!
I bleed silver with black, and I wear it with pride. Hold my shield to the sky. I'm a raider for life. 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 I'm a raider for life.
Touchdown, Raiders!
I bleed silver with black, and I wear it with pride. Hold my shield to the sky. I'm a raider for life. 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 I'm a raider for life.
Touchdown, Raiders!
I bleed silver with black, and I wear it with pride. Hold my shield to the sky. I'm a raider for life. 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 I'm a raider for life.
Touchdown, Raiders!
What is going on, Raider Nation? It is your boy. Very, very happy. Very, very excited. Why? Because the Raider way has returned from the depth, from the sea, from the underground, from the bottom of the world, and has now overcome the Patriot snakes that infested our team by the soul and the grace of the Al Davis mindset. This is Raider Football Talk. I am your host, Mikey Raider, barely waking up after staying up all night celebrating, cheering, getting excited, getting hard-ons. Why? Because the Raiders and the Raider way has a spark. We removed the infection and we're starting to heal. I barely woke up and I said, I gotta do a live. I should have did a live last night, but I was too excited watching all the content, watching all the news, reading all the Twitters while lying in bed because I'm typically unhealthy. But God damn it, my spirit is back. I kid you not. If you guys are fans or friends of this channel, you know what we all go through and you know what I go through. You see it on screen when I'm drinking, crying, yelling, screaming, getting angry, being called out by Raider fans, being called out by other people just for having an opinion and seeing the effing truth of what this team had become. And you're goddamn right, I'm wearing this number 4 jersey in MFing solidarity, not only with Derek Carr, but for many of the nation that knew whether he's the best quarterback or not, he was a big part of our heart, our culture, our heart, our pride. Yes, he didn't get it done on the field. but he got it done in the locker, and he helped a lot of people. I don't care if there's still haters out there that I wear a jersey with pride for a former Raider, but once a Raider, always a Raider, and we all know he's the better quarterback this year if we would have had him, regardless of all his damn faults. It's a travesty to know that we lost one of the greatest statistical quarterbacks in our franchise and one of the greatest human beings for our culture and our heart. He is flawed, no doubt about that. But so are all of us. But it's a new chapter for him. And I'm also wearing this number 4 in honor of our new number 4. The pride of the future, the excitement we might have by watching maybe Aiden O'Connell play for this team. Getting rid of the Patriot BS and starting with a drafted rookie that is wearing the number 4 because McDaniels sabotaged him with that number. But now that's his number. So I'm wearing this jersey in honor of our future number 4. Even if he isn't the future number 4, maybe he'll be a perennial good quality backup. Something good that we got out of McDaniels and that regime. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But Dan, do you feel it, Raider Nation? Do you feel it? I do. We're going to talk about it on today's show. We're going to watch the press conference from Antonio Plyrs. We're going to talk about the future of the Raiders. We're going to talk about the replacements, what is happening. Players are talking. Former players are talking. Fans are celebrating. And secrets are being exposed from beyond the shadows if you're willing to look. And we're going to talk about Mark Davis and the giant cojones he has and how much money he's actually losing by making this decision. We're going to watch the press conference from interim coach Antonio Plyrs and Champ Kelly, the interim GM. And then we are going to have Q&A. Consider hitting that thumbs up, that like, that subscribe button. Consider hitting super chat, asking me some questions for support. I'll be honest with y'all. I could use it, but you don't have to, because we all know we're on a limited income. But if you're a baller and you want to prove it, let's go. Support your boy, support your fandom, support Mikey Raider. I love you. We're going to have a Q&A then, time permitting. If my heart on and I don't come by the end of this episode, because I'm so damn excited. What was that, Tyrone Biggums? Yeah! So damn excited. We're going to have a Giants game preview full of excitement and emotion because I feel it. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I've been waiting for this moment for all my last 2 years. Let's go. Let me say hello to my friends and fans and subscribers. Dizzy Gunner, hopefully your day gets better. I know you're dealing with some stuff, but I love you. Love you and Nathan. Let me see who's online. Sick with is online saying, what's up? Rebel Raider is in his house. We got Det Fan Man as a Lions fan. who only found you after the game, just wanted to say it took us 3 years to ditch that New England way. That's right. The Lions have been through what we went through. They went through that with Matt Patricia. You know what? I respect you, Lions fans. I respect you. Thank goodness y'all got a leader like Dan Campbell to come in and change the ship and the culture and bring back some pride and excitement. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Raider Critique is online. What's up, brother? You know I love you, Nathan. Frost WSA, let me give you a hello. True Raider, you are. You are. Amen, brother. Truth Monster, what's up, brother? What it do? Sick with it. Do you feel the energy in Antonio Pierce's voice? I'm going to watch the press cancer. Press cancer. No, that press cancer was on Tuesday. I'm going to watch the press conference live with you guys in a few minutes. I had not seen it. I barely woke up. I was asleep all day. I stayed up all night. Like, it was crazy, dude. Like, I am like on a Lost Boy schedule. I'm in that vampire mode, y'all. Dizzy, I love you seeing you fired up. Well, I love seeing you and Nathan and everybody out here online. Rebel Rage, like, I've had a hard on for 24 hours. That's not supposed to last longer than a few hours. It's a medical emergency. Nah, it's a hard on, y'all. It's a hard on. Let's go. It's AOC time. We're going to discuss that in a bit. Sick with it. Chris Brannon, German Garcia, Chris Bannon, Raider Critique. Sorry, trying to get to everybody that's on here. Desiree's online. That's my girl, y'all. She's saying hello, appreciate you. You know how I feel about you. Get some sleep. Get some sleep. We'll talk tomorrow, but I'll try to call you later. Mwah. Thrash. What's up, Thrash? How you doing, brother? Juan Jimenez, what's good? We got our first donation of the night coming in. That's right. Simon Badillo representing, hooking a brother up. I frickin' love you, brother. I frickin' love you. Thank you for the support. That is now $2 that is going to go toward this hard-on that I can't get rid of because Mcdaniels and Dave Ziegler and other people have been fired, and we're going to talk about it. All right, y'all. Consider getting that like button, that subscribe button, becoming a member. I will appreciate you all. I'm going to have future content. I'm rebranding in a week or two. We're going to have some real future content, and you guys are going to be live with me. You guys are going to be live, members only. But you guys, if you're a member, you're going to get the link to join my live streams this upcoming week. So let's do that. Become a member. Support your boy. I appreciate you. Buy memberships for other people. I think you can do that. I don't know. Whatever. Let's go. Chris Brandon said he's on the Antonio Pierce train, baby. I'm going to give you my opinion on that. It's going to be a good one. All right. Let's get the show started. It already started. I've been talking. All I do is talk. But you know what's going on. Let's get into the latest news and let's talk about it. And we'll go in a timely manner. Raiders fired Josh McDaniels in a stunning move on Halloween night. It was a scary time for Raider Nation coming off of that ridiculous game by the Bears, by the Lions, and Mark Davis got together on Halloween Day. And the trade deadline came and passed. And Raider Nation saw a bunch of players get traded on the defensive side of the ball. We kept hearing rumblings about Devontae Adams being traded, about Hunter Renfrow. And we were like, can it get any worse? I made a video called Blow It All Up. Trade everybody. And for many of you that watch my live stream, boy, I let out some truth bombs. I think I said the word F, McDaniels, 1,000,000 times. And I exposed the gameplay, the footage, the strategy, the press conference, his damn quotes. Pick a winner. Pick a winner. I mean, we got all quarterbacks. We got Garoppolo, we got Carr, we got Zidham, Stidham. Anything can happen. Pick a winner. And we get genius quotes from Josh McDaniels like, you have to score more points than the other teams in this league in order to win games. We also got quotes every week after every game last year, this year. We got to do better. We got to do better. We got to do better. We got to take a look at the film, and we left plays on the field, and Jimmy missed some throws. Yeah. Brian Hoyer missed some throws. Yeah. Are you going to start Aiden O'Connell? He's at least promising looking. You drafted him. It's not the preseason. It's not the preseason. Why would I play a drafted quarterback that I believe in the regular season when all our other quarterbacks are struggling? I mean, come on. Why would I play Aiden O'Connell again? We already saw him in the Chargers game. And he made a few plays, but he left a lot out there, and he missed a lot. It's not the preseason. Why would I play him? But long story short, in a ballsy move, and forgive me, guys, I'm drinking like a frozen chai, tea, coffee, or whatever the hell it is. To wake up, chai tea is good, bro. It's not a coffee, but it was made hot. It's a chai tea, frozen. That's melting. But the Raiders, I said in that video the other day, has it ever been this bad? And a lot of you agreed with me. You took a look back at it, and you're like, it's never been this bad. And we got players like Tim Brown talking about what really happened. Unfortunately, all these people, which I love and I respect, but they're talking after the fact. Nobody was talking before he was fired, but now they feel relieved enough to do it after the fact. And I'm going to be honest, like, I understand why they didn't. They don't want to lose their job. They don't want to lose their starting position if they're a player on the team or whatever. They don't want to cause more controversy. I get it. But, in that Raider spirit, that's what that Raider spirit is. It's going against the grain, speaking truth to power. Not this business woke crap that Mark Davis is bringing us. But I'm proud of Mark Davis. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more. But for now, the headline is the Raiders have fired Josh McDaniels after being the Raiders coach and going 3-5 this year, after going 6-11 last year, winning 9 games. Sorry about my lighting. It's going to do that all night. He has now been fired by 2 franchises before the completion of his second year, and he should never, ever, and he will never, ever be a head coach again in this league. He came to the team saying, I learned a lot in Denver. I'm going to change things up. And people like Matt Patricia and all that, they try to bring that Patriot way in, and they get rid of the bully or anybody that doesn't agree with them. Darius Slay happened with the Lions. Apparently, Derek Carr happened with the Raiders, Darren Waller. And it's like they went to jail, got rid of the biggest bully to scare everybody. And yeah, they scared him into submission, but they lied and they did a lot of stuff beyond it. And it ruined the franchise and it ruined their coaching career. And they are a package deal. If you fire McDaniels, Dave Ziegler's going as well. And Mark Davis knew that. So, in kudos to Mark Davis, let me just quickly get this out there. Mark Davis, and let me change the thing. Also, I wanted to mention, and before I get into the next news, that Raiders have also I'm not up to date as of maybe 7, 8 hours ago, but the Raiders have also let go and parted ways with Mick Lombardi, the offensive coordinator under McDaniels. So, what was exposed by the firing? A lot. And let's talk about it. Well, kudos to Mark Davis for making the decision. Whether you guys still are mad at him, which I am, whether y'all still hate him for many different reasons, want him to sell the team, which many of you still do, you got to say we made a difference. We made a difference. Us fans, we made a difference. He heard us. So for people like Vegas Ralph, everybody that was making videos, writing fire McDaniels, fire McDumbass, hashtag all that stuff, we protested in our own way, and we got in Mark Davis's face. Then finally, former players last week, former players like Howie Long, Tim Brown, I don't like Warren Sapp, but he spoke out, and a lot of other former players that are closer to Mark Davis than we are started speaking truth. So Mark Davis had only one option, was to open his damn eyes. I know he was doing it last year, but he had a plan in place with Josh McDaniels. Apparently, it's coming out that he had a 6-year deal with Josh McDaniels. And we're going to talk about the cost of the decision that Mark Davis made in a few. It's massive. It's massive. But what was exposed by the firing? Like I said, it exposed Mark Davis wants the best for the Raiders, but he's just been a buffoon. And it exposed that Mark Davis' eyes were opened for all the reasons I just explained. And we made a difference. And there is a Raider culture and a Raider way that I now believe Mark Davis will find. You have to make the toughest decisions of your life in order to grow. This is the starting off the catalyst point for Mark Davis and this new Raider dynasty, which it will be. This is the ultimate sacrifice by Mark Davis in terms of money. And I applaud him. So let's talk about how he came to this decision. Well, we could talk about the gameplay, the McDaniels game footage, the this, the that, everything he showed on tape, the losing, the players getting mad, Devontae Adams on the sidelines. Again, we can talk about all of that till the cows come home. Did that make a play in it? Yes, it did. It did. But here's what happened. Probably 2 weeks ago, Mark started looking into the financials. Once the fans got in his face and he told that fan, smarten up, well, he went home that night and he smartened up. He said, you know what? I know what they're saying. I see it. Because in that next game, remember, he said, what an a-hole, live in that video. He smartened up. He started talking about financials. Sorry, it's like my beard is going in. It makes me itch. It looks like Tyrone Bigum's. He started looking into the financials, and he did his due diligence. Then he started talking to former players. Then they were giving him some good insight. Then I guarantee you, he started to get some moles in the locker room. He started to contact some players that week after the Bears game. And they told him the truth, probably in private quarters, on phone calls, or whatever. Then he said, okay. So now, I believe in my heart, certain players knew that Josh McDaniels was being looked after and was possibly going to be fired. Then they had that meeting. And I guarantee you, Mark Davis has a recording of it or had a person in the room to give him everything that was said in the meeting. And it was probably all the same shit from Josh McDaniels. We got to do better. I'm hearing you. I see you. I feel you. I understand you. Maybe Josh McDaniels yelled at players as well during the meeting. Well, you got to do this. You got to do that. You got to do this. I do not know. But all I know is after that meeting, Mark Davis had it in his head. Let's see what he does this week. He's got a 1-week leash. Sorry, I noticed my head is right into you. It's because I'm intense. Talking to you like I'm intense. I guarantee you he made that decision before the Lions game. And everything that was said in the meeting didn't happen in the Lions game. Also, we had the trade deadline looming, and I guarantee you, because reports came out that Davante Adams was seeking a trade 3 weeks ago. Mark Davis had all of that in his mind. My goodness. Going into that Lions game. He's now looking at McDaniels, Dave Ziegler, going over all the decisions, talking to former players, talking to players, checking out the money ratios. If he makes this decision, what's going to happen, how he's going to make this decision. And he's witnessing what the fans are doing and saying to him. And they even turned off comments on their Josh McDaniels press conferences. So he was at 90% going into the Lions game. And now he's thinking, man, I've lost Derek Carr for this guy who keeps lying and doing this stuff. I'm possibly going to lose Davante Adams. We're losing Hunter Renfrow. We're losing Darren Waller. And we're not even getting better in any sense of the word. Mark Davis was done, went into the Lions game. So it was either you're hired with a big, big victory or you're fired with any loss, even a close loss. Josh McDaniels didn't know. People are wondering why Mark Davis did not fire him after the game like they did with Jack Del Rio, like they did on the plane with Dennis Allen. Again, they had to let the trade deadline come and go before he made that decision. And he didn't want to tip his hand. And many in the Raiders staff and organization and the beat reporters have been freaked out. They did not think this was decision to come. That's because it was done in the shadows. And it was and the reporters on TV are calling it a jerk reaction by Mark Davis. Oh, Mark Davis always makes jerk reactions. You know, when he fires Dennis Allen or when he does this or he does that, or then he hires John Gruden or he automatically quickly hires Josh McDaniels. He's constantly doing these ridiculous jerk reactions. Yeah. It was a jerk reaction. But it was the right decision. You damn reporters, Stephen A. Smith, people that are talking heads more so than I am, you have no clue on the Raiders culture. You have no clue of the BS that we see on the field. You guys watch highlights. You watch the clip points. You guys watch the clickbait that people like us put out. And then you go with that narrative instead of looking into the heart of the Raiders and seeing what's really happening, not only with the fan base, but with the players and with the dang culture that none of you all understand. No league in the NFL, no team in the NFL understands or has what is this. They don't. I can't even explain it properly. But when you're in it, you know it. This familia is for life. Good or bad. And that's why I'm sad for former players like DC that kind of understood that culture and wanted to give it to us. But Mark Davis made the right decision, and it came to a shock to many because it came down at 10 p.m., 1 p.m. Eastern, or 1 a.m. Eastern. And a lot of Raider fans were cheering and celebrating, and former players as well. Like Tim Brown came out, and I can't quote him verbatim. He said, "This feels like the 1994 season, where internally everything was broken and done, but we couldn't speak out." And now Tim Brown is speaking about the truth about a lot of instances that have formerly happened. And I retweeted him with something like, "Thank you for your truth. I've always loved Tim Brown. He's my ultimate Raider. He's my favorite player throughout the history of the Raiders, throughout my history of the Raiders." And I said, well, now let's start exposing the truth about Gruden and how Al Davis should have fired Callahan and that sabotage from 2002. I want to know the true story. Even though they've explained it, I want some inside the locker room details. You know, that'd be kind of cool. All right, so that's what was exposed by by Mark Davis, was that he did his due diligence. He did it, and he did it with the Raider spirit in his heart. And he made a big sacrifice. And we're going to talk about that in just a second. But I wanted to get to some of your guys' comments because I freaking love you all. Gabe Asher, what's up? Preach Brother said true Raider. Imagine Hondo's take now. That's right, Hondo Carpenter. Well, he was on the not the fire train, but he was criticizing McDaniels about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Then all of a sudden his viewership went up and he continued that train. But then like last week or whatever, he took a sheet down because they are good buddies. And he's absolutely livid. But he'll probably make like 20 videos about it in the next week, because when you're earning probably $50 a video, you might as well talk about the Raiders. Might as well do it. I'll be honest with you guys. I only earn like $2 a video unless I get super chats. But sometimes when I get 2,000 or 3,000 views, I earn like $5, $6. So I'm being honest. So that being said, your super chats, your donations really saved my life. Saved my life. What's up, Burke Raider? Raider critiques like, did you catch all that? Yeah, I don't know what they're saying. Oh, 5 different starting quarterbacks in 10 games. I believe it. I believe it. What's up, Shoot the Moon? Mr. Morphin, what's up, brother? Best Halloween ever. Let's go. Let's go. What's up, Ruben? Shout out to Mikey Raider. All right, I'm going to get to a bigger Q&A in a little bit, but for now, I'm being honest. Don't hate me for begging, but if you guys want to hit super chat or ask me questions or give me stats or comments, I'll see it better if they're in super chat form while I continue the show. All right, so we talked about what was exposed by the firing. And let me just quickly end it with this. He lost the locker room. Mark Davis found out, and he had lost the locker room probably last year. But probably technically 3 weeks ago, officially 4 weeks ago. And once you lose the locker room and you lose respect from the players and everybody, it's done. It's like a relationship with a girl. Once she falls out of love with you or you her, the respect is gone. Or once you don't respect them for whatever reasons, you start yelling and fighting. It's over. You don't trust anything they say. You don't care. It's done. You're just going through the motions. And that's what the Raider players were doing. But again, by Mark Davis speaking to some of the players, which I believe he did, they knew that maybe we can sabotage this game and get him fired. I'm not saying they did it. Can't prove it. It's a conspiracy theory, and I'm speculating. But it's kind of funny how Davante Adams had some major drop balls. He don't normally do that. I'm not saying he did it on purpose. But I'd like to think that he had such a Raider heart. He was like, if I mess up, I know Mark Davis is going to fire him instead of me being traded. And in another little conspiracy theory, Mark Davis probably knew maybe McDaniels and Ziegler were putting out feelers to trade Davante. And he was trying to trade Hunter Renfrow. And they were not being buyers of any defensive players to help. And I believe Mark Davis had this in his mind where he goes, my goodness, I have to put a stop to it now. So probably on that trade deadline, he probably found out about something might have happened by losing Davante or Hunter. And he's like, I got to stop the bleeding. And, you know, so, man, I could just imagine the office on Tuesday after McDaniels did his press conference and showed up after the game on Tuesday to do his press conference. I could just imagine the chaos at Mark's home or office with all the people that are above McDaniels. Man, that should be a movie, yo. Like, remember draft day with all that chaos where they're trying to pick a draft pick and do this? And that should be a movie, y'all. The firing of McDaniels. Fire day. Instead of draft day, fire day. Oh, I'd love to watch that damn movie because we will find out the internal secrets of what's really going on, what they were thinking of, how they came to that decision, because it freaked a lot of people out. Even the staff did not know, that they were going to make that decision. And even the fans on the application and the website knew before, probably even Raider players, because they took him off the website first. They took off Josh McDaniels first from the website. They took him off, deleted him, got rid of everything that would have to do with him. I hope they called the freaking Hall of Fame, who put his damn visor in the Hall of Fame for the Raiders getting their 500th victory and associating the 500th team victory by putting McDaniels' freaking visor in the Hall of Fame with a picture of him because he got the victory as a Raiders coach. Are you effing kidding me? Take out his visor in the Hall of Fame, keep the ball in there, but put something else. Put Max Crosby's jersey in that MFer. Put Davante Adams' jersey in that MFer. Anybody's better to be in the Hall of Fame than a damn visor from Josh McDaniels. Mark Davis had all this in his head, man. I want to see how it all came through. I'd love to see it in a movie, a dramatic movie. I got to write it. Y'all Raider Nation, y'all need to help me write. I'm an actor. Shit, who will I play? I don't know. I'd love to be in that damn movie. All right, come on, move along, Mikey. I talk too much, but you guys are my only friends. Freaking love you, man. Freaking love you. All right, let's talk about the sacrifice that Mark Davis made. I don't care if you guys agree with me calling it a sacrifice, but it was. This is Mark Davis, y'all. This is PF change. This is let me have a different hooker every couple weeks. A blonde one. This is gambling Mark Davis, the Aces championship winner. The media and everybody came down hard on him, hard. Talking about, oh, he's only there for the Aces. He doesn't care about the Raiders. He built a championship with the Aces. Why can't he do it with the Raiders? Well, he don't know shit about football. We all know that. He needs to hire somebody to be above him and hire the general managers and the interim. He needs to do that stuff. Okay? Be on the sidelines and wear your white outfit like your dad did, Al Davis. Rest in peace. But he needs to hire somebody to help him out. But with the Aces, he loves women. He loves basketball. And he wanted to own a team full of women that he's attracted to. And let's be honest, he knows more about that stuff than football. But you got to give him credit for making this decision. Again, we all still want to be mad at him. It was too late. He did it too late. Should have did it. Should have never hired them. We all knew what happened there. But what is this costing Mark Davis? I don't have the official numbers. Everything I'm going to say is going to be speculation. But it's probably more truthful if you guys follow me in my channel with my observations on this team. What is this going to cost Mark Davis, y'all? A lot. This was a sacrifice. We're in the $100 million range, in my opinion, by this decision to fire Josh McDaniels. Let's talk about it. The Raiders were forced to fire John Gruden with 6 years left because of cancel culture, emails, and blah, 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 and blah. And that was a $10 million deal every year for at least $100 million. But the truth was, there was more money attached by signing Deuce Gruden, his family members, and other things. And it was actually like a $120 million deal for Gruden, his family, and all of those services. It was around $120 million at its onset. Of course, he got fired, 4 years in, 3.5 years in. So that is not really on the McDaniels decision, but I'm just letting you know it's been about a year, 2 years, and this is all the money being lost by McDaniels. So they came to an agreement off the books after he was fired, and he still had 6 years left. So you figure $10 million each year, that's $60 million. I'm sure he didn't give Gruden $60 million to pay for all those years. They came to a settlement, and I'm probably going to say it's still in the 30 to 35 million range, if not closer to 40, for John Gruden to no longer be a Raider. I know he gave him a discount and all that other stuff. So I'm going to say it's around 40 million at the most. So that is a loss of not even having a coach on the team for 40 million. Not to mention all the players that are on dead cap or former players that have been released by either Gruden or McDaniels that we're still paying on. I mean, you could add probably another 40 million there. But we're going to forget those numbers. This is just an explanation of how much money Mark Davis is losing and spending and in trying to win, but making bad choices. And he can no longer afford to make these choices. So the choice with Josh McDaniels to fire him and Dave Ziegler, how much is that costing? Well, we all thought it was a 4-year deal. That was the rumors a year ago. And we all thought it was close to $10 million in the same range that he was playing John Gruden to take McDaniels away from any other possible teams. I don't think it was 10 million. In my opinion, it was closer to 9 or 8.5. But it's still probably in the $8 to $9 million range to have Josh McDaniels as our coach. There are rankings out there that he's like the 5th or 6th highest paid coach in the league underneath other coaches. And they have him in the $10 to $12 million range for Josh McDaniels. In my opinion, I'm thinking it's 8 or 9, but let's just leave the number at 10. Maybe that is the official number. So he had a 6-year deal. He still has 4 years left. So by hiring McDaniels, he's paid possibly $20 million for these first 2 years. And then now he can't get a settlement from Josh McDaniels. Josh McDaniels is not a Raider. It's going to be the same situation as Derek Carr. When he left, he's pissed off. And he ain't going to give the Raiders no leverage, no nothing. Same thing's going to be done for Josh McDaniels. There will be no buyout of his contract or no saved money. So, if it's $10 million a year and he owes him 40, he's losing $40 million from this decision. And it's the right one. He's paying like somebody that you slept with that is talking crap, claiming you did something to them, that it wasn't consensual when it was. 10 years after the fact, you're paying them to just go away. There's more heartache with having you in my life because of all your lies and lack thereof transparency. Go away. Again, that was a bad analogy because that's a really serious subject. But that's who Mikey Raider is. I'm a moron. But he's paying them to go away for $40 million. So this McDaniels decision has cost him $60 million. Now let's talk about Dave Ziegler. If McDaniels was on a 6-year deal, so was Dave Ziegler. And if McDaniels is getting $10 million, you would think the general manager should get more because they're in a higher ranking position. But I'll be honest with you, McDaniels is the dominant alpha in that situation. And Ziegler came along with McDaniels. He was forced upon the Raiders. So Dave Ziegler, and maybe you guys know this information. If you know it, let me know in the chat room. I'll check that out in a second. But I'm assuming Dave Ziegler was at least getting $7 million a year. $6 or $7 million a year. So in total, to have Dave Ziegler for 6 years, if it's $7 million a year, let's do the math together. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, $42 million for Dave Ziegler by firing him. So you got and then also the previously paid money for the past 2 years. That's another 14. So it's $56 million in total for Dave Ziegler. And it is $60 million for McDumbutt for 6 years. You can add up the firing numbers differently. But long story short, $60 million for McDaniels, $52 million for Ziegler. That is $117 million gone. Plus, he's now going to have to pay another coach and other people. So you could add that money on top of this firing. That is expenditures to whatever he's spending. So we are now in the $100 to $25 million range by making this one decision to fire Mark Davis, to fire Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler. And he also fired the offensive coordinator. Forget the idiot's name. Stool pigeon for his father. Sorry, guys, I'm blanking. But that offense, so it's a lot of money. Again, my numbers might be wrong. They might be off. Forgive me. I'm not claiming that I know the true nature. I'm just speculating. But by my count, and if you guys agree with me, this is over $100 million decision. Even without the previous paid 2 years. Because if McDaniels would still have 40 million, Ziegler would still have like 85 million left, plus the other firings, probably another 4, 5, 6 million. You know, you're looking at 90-something million dollars, plus hiring a new coach, another 5, 6, 7, 8 million, whatever. That's $100 million decision, y'all. That takes guts. So you got to give it up to Mark Davis, y'all. You got to give it up to Mark Davis. Wow. All right, let's check out some comments real quickly. Then let's watch the press conference of the replacements, and let's get excited together. I have not watched this, y'all. I have not watched this. Please hit that thumbs up, that like, that subscribe button. Consider becoming a member of this channel. Help out your boy. Support your boy if you can. If you can't, I appreciate you. But get in the chat room. Let's get it lit. Get your talking. Get your opinions out there. Get your Raider Nation spirit excited and alive. And let's do this together, y'all. Lombardi. There you go. Mick Lombardi. Thank you very much, Donagunno. Can't stand that little weasel. You're completely correct, Vicky. Raider critique. Fully guaranteed. Yep, you're agreeing with me. It had to be done, but I don't think I agree on 117 million for two doofies. Again, I don't know the numbers, man, but again, it's speculation, but it's still over 50, 60, 70 million dollars at worst, you know, or at best. This is a huge decision, y'all. It's a huge decision. True Raiders speaking out the truth. Another rebuild coming. We're going to talk about that in a few, man. We're going to really get into it. Valerie, what say you? Yeah, Antonio Pierce can tell he's a different style than McDaniels. He gets you hyped up and ready to go like a coach should. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, let me just quickly first give you my thoughts on Antonio Pierce when I found out he was going to be the interim coach. My initial thoughts earlier yesterday morning, or however it works, was okay. I know there was rumors, you know, who would you replace McDaniels with? Rob Ryan, Patrick Graham, the Ivy League N-word, you know, after getting rid of the cokehead in McDaniels and Ziegler. I ain't gay. I'm not gay. And real quickly, I should have done this earlier. Y'all are going to hate me. I don't care. But shout out to Wi-Fi Willie, who's been speaking the truth from these perspectives for a year or two now. And he went through a lot. I went through a lot as well, from haters and trolls and people, you know, denouncing my Raider fandom and whatever. And it hurt. And I'm an insecure dude. But shout out to Wi-Fi Willie for at least putting in the work and always speaking truth and giving his opinion. And he's been vindicated. A lot of Raider YouTubers, even people I worked with, went after him because he wears the St. Derek Carr jersey and watches the games and he tries to make money. You know, like, is that a bad thing? But he's a Raider fan. Yeah, you can be a Raiders fan and another fan of another team. You can. It's not the way we live our lives, but you can do it. But who are we to judge anymore? You get it? Whatever he was saying is factual. We need to stop judging. That's it. It's done. But I was just mad because a lot of YouTubers came after him. Even people that I respect and I've worked with, you know, call him out and they make fun of him. You know, he's making more money than all of us. I don't know if it's a lot, but he's making $3,000 to $5,000 a month. And that's his job. And I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him. And I'm ready to let go of the hate. I had his back. I like Wi-Fi Willie. You know, he does things. He's an opportunistic dude. He'll take any opportunity to make a dime, which I can respect because he at least does it for the Raiders while being a Raider fan. That's a little bit different from people like Mitchell Wrench, from my opinion, who just make money while truly not being a Raider fan. Maybe they are a Raider fan now, and I can get on board with that. And I'm tired of judging. Now that Mcdaniels has been fired, I want to move on. I'm tired of the hatred. Raider Nation versus each other, Raider YouTubers versus each other. Whether we get along in person, I don't care. Like people like Graphic Raider, they're doing big things. But personally, I don't F with him. I don't feel the energy the same way. Doesn't mean he's a bad human being. I just don't F with him. I just don't feel it. I don't want to be around that energy. Same thing with Mitchell Wrench. But people like Murph, Wi-Fi Willie, Samoan Raider, these are people, Raider John. I'm probably forgetting a lot of names. Nathan Gunn, Critique Raider. I F with these people. They have empathy, they have love, they have respect. And I just feel an energy around them more so than other people. But I'm not going to be mad at anybody else anymore for making Raider videos. Maybe they're now a new Raider fan after many years of making videos for the Raiders and getting money off of drinking or doing whatever they do. Do you? So Mitchell Wrench, I got beef with you for a lot of reasons. And you know I got the receipts. But, man, do you, man. You're making money. Proud of you. You created a company. You're probably a real Raider fan now. Kudos. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you all, man. Critique Raider. Graphic Raider, everybody else, man. If even I don't mess with you all the time or communicate, keep doing you, man. This is a new day in Raider Nation. It's a new day. We're going to come right back. We're going to watch the press conference for Antonio Plyrs, and hopefully we get hyphy, baby. Raider culture is back. The love has come back, man. Let's get it done. Let's love everybody. Let's go. We'll be right back.
I bleed silver and black, and I wear it with pride. Hold my shield to the sky. I'm a Raider for life. 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 I'm a Raider for life.
Touchdown, Raiders!
All right, Raider Nation, what's up? You're watching Raider Football Talk with your boy live with Mikey Raider. This is the best dang talk show in the nation. I'm your host. We got 56 people live. I appreciate y'all. Consider hitting that thumbs up, that like, that subscribe button, supporting your boy if you can. But even getting in the chat room and getting it lit is a way to support. Now, I didn't mention this, but my first reaction for Antonio Plyrs becoming the interim replacement and Champ Kelly, the interim GM. Well, for Antonio Plyrs, I was like, all right, I understand it. He's a player. He's a vibrant, excited player, and I'm sure he can motivate. And he's the linebackers coach. He was a coach for the Arizona State Sun Devils, an assistant coach as well with Herm Edwards. They had some controversy back in the days with Antonio Plyrs. There was some recruitment issues, maybe paying players before the college was allowed to pay players. I don't know what happened. I haven't really looked into it, but they had some issues, and he was let go from the Arizona State Sun Devils, as well as I'm pretty sure Herm Edwards was gone too. Then he became a coach for the Raiders as a linebackers coach. Now, our defense has improved this entire year. They have. I am now proud to say it. It was looking really bad against bad teams. And I was like, is it really proof? Is it really proof? It is. The Lions are a good team. And we stayed in that game with this defense, even with a lot of injuries at the linebacker core, the cornerback core, and we stayed in that game, albeit our offense screwed us. So I am now willing to say our Raiders defense is dang improving. They are improving. They're not the best. They need a lot of pieces, but they can be weekly a top 15 defense, if not top 18, if they put it all together. And that's a far cry from what we've honestly had over the years. Bottom 30, late 20s, mid 20s. We're under the 20s now. Truthfully, probably in every game. I'll take that. I'll take that. But I thought Antonio Pierce, and again, I hate that my mind went to the dang diversity category when I found out about the hire, but that's a problem within me. That was bad thinking. But I was like, oh, it's a diversity hire, just like the president, because the NFL needs black head coaches. Is Mark Davis filling a box? That's what my initial reactions were. You get it? And I hate that I have those thoughts. But really, when I more deep down in my heart think about it, that's not even the truth. It may have been for hiring him as the interim coach, which he was labeled as the assistant coach. And it might have been done for the NFL to give more opportunities to coaches at smaller positions so they can work their way up in the ranks. But yeah, so that was my initial thought, and it was incorrect. But it does seem like a Raider move. You know, that it's not really for the NFL and diversity and all that other stuff. That's why I got mad at myself for thinking that way. I started thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? That's a good decision. I waited upon the other people. Patrick Graham is under Josh McDaniels. He could possibly still be loyal to that snake. I don't know what's going to happen moving forward. In the Raider sabotage lore, that might become a problem. McDaniels has got a lot of money now left over to pay people to maybe sabotage us even more. I hope that's not the case. I hope whatever these coaches that are left over from the staff take that opportunity to excel in their workplace, in their environment, and thrive on their own without being underneath that snake. Now, for McDaniels, he'll be a Patriot somehow by the end of the year, if he's allowed to coach again. Or did the Raiders typically pay his contract and then they can now not allow him to coach? Are they paying him to not coach again? That's an interesting aspect that we all need to think about and look into. You know, where he's being shelved. I want that to be the case. I don't want to pay him to become a coach somewhere else. So I don't know the legal ramifications of how that'll work, but I want the Raiders to shelve this moron for 4 years. He cannot get a job anywhere, in college, in the NFL. I don't know if that was in his contract. I doubt it. But I'm hoping that's the case. Shelve this dude. If you're going to pay him, let him stay at home and twiddle his dick. Could you imagine that? Josh McDaniels twiddling his dick. It's probably like me. It's a small one at best. But Mick Lombardi was a possible sabotage coach, and Mark Davis got rid of him. Thank goodness Mark Davis got rid of him. Mark Davis learned, in my opinion, through the Al Davis error, what happens with sabotage coaches. Al Davis traded Gruden and kept the offensive coordinator and promoted him to head coach. And then we all know the sabotage that happened there in the Super Bowl with Gruden still having the playbook, meeting us in the Super Bowl. Nothing was changed. We all know the story. Find a video on my channel called Who Held the Playbook? Super Bowl Sabotage. It's a great watch. I should make a 30 for 30 for ESPN. A documentary about that Super Bowl. I got all the facts. And Tim Brown knows him as well. And I have talked to Tim Brown personally about that subject and situation. Yeah, I talked to Tim Brown once or twice on Twitter. I've talked to Derek Carr once or twice on Twitter. I've talked to Josh Jacobs once or twice on Twitter. I've talked to Max Crosby once or twice on Twitter. You know how proud I am to just know that some of these Raider players know who I am? Maybe from my Raider videos, maybe from my acting or my career. But you know how proud I am? Damn proud. But yeah, they got rid of Mick Lombardi because people would say, well, he's going to be the offensive coordinator still. So it's going to be the same offense. No changes are going to come. And he could sabotage the team. Mark Davis was like cutting them off at the balls. We got to get rid of Mick Lombardi. He's the assistant snake in all of this. He was leaking information to his father, that reporter, about all this other stuff, putting storylines out against Derek Carr last year to Mick Lombardi's father, Michael Lombardi. And then they were talking about, this is why Derek Carr needs to be benched. This is why Derek Carr needs to be released. And they were putting out those narratives. Then they released or snaked out the information that Derek Carr was pouting and being a crybaby, and his demeanor, and he wasn't bought all in, and he was giving up on the Raider players. That's the narrative that the idiot McDaniels snake and Michael Lombardi put out. I mean, Mick Lombardi put out to his father, Michael Lombardi, and to Hondo Carpenter and people like that, and they started reporting on it. And then Raider Nation even soured more on Derek Carr and Darren Waller and whoever else. They fed the fire that flamed out and burned everybody. They created their own grave. And I hope the secrets and the truth about all these storylines will start coming out from whether it be Devontae, Tim Brown, Derek Carr, whatever, but everybody. Be a Raider. Start telling the truth. Speak out. You don't got no damn NDAs against McDaniels or Mick Lombardi. Maybe for Mark Davis, but you ain't got no NDAs, dude, for these motherfuckers. Let's bring back that Raider spirit. Let's bring back that rebel yell, that Raider rebel spirit. So the replacements, I'm looking forward to them. And I feel something different. And now let's watch the press conference and let's see what he does on his first press conference as the interim coach and general manager. Because we have been through many of these. And a lot of them, the coaches for other teams, they fail in bringing the excitement or something back to the fan base in press conferences. I have the belief, and again, I've heard it already from you guys that it was a good one. I haven't watched it. I swear to God, swear on my father's life. Well, he's gone. But I feel excitement after I thought about Antonio Pierce, a former Giant, becoming the coach and being a player's coach. And the linebackers and the defense have been playing better this year underneath him. And we saw pride in the defense this year. And if he could bring all of that to the Raiders, I'm not saying we're going to the playoffs. All we want is a spark. Now the pressure is gone. The air is gone. You know, when McDaniels was here, it's like that song, how am I going to breathe with no air, air, air? Now it's gone. Snake is gone. We got cut. Now it's time to heal. But I feel that Raider spirit somehow by that bold move that Mark Davis made in losing all that money, listening to the fans. Still mad at him, but he's trying to make a wrong a right. And I feel it because we were so low before. Like I said, has it ever been this bad? It has not. Our Raider spirit and everything got killed. It got crushed. It died. Derek Carr left. This and that happened. Whatever happened, it was dead. They were getting rid of our carcasses in replacement of something that should have never been there. But now it has all been swept away. And now the seed has been planted, albeit it has not started to grow. But a new seed has been planted on Raider soil by that decision from Mark Davis and that sacrifice. And I believe we can build from that sacrifice. Let's watch this dude's press conference. Let's go. And first off, I need you guys to let me know. I'm going to try to watch it on the YouTube page. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear it. So let me know if you hear it. And if you don't, I have to go to a video stream. So I'm going to start to play Murph from Twitter in his video. And you guys let me know if the audio is coming through on your end. If it is not, please forgive me, and then I'll turn on the video. But let's listen to Murph for a couple of seconds and let me know if you guys can hear this. What's up, Hardcore Raider Thrash? Valerie, I see you guys. Oh, we got another super chat. Let me get into it. Desiree. I love you. You know I do. I thank you. Baby, please, come on. Stop making me mad. I'm going to have to take it out on you. All right, let me know if you guys can hear Murph. You guys hear it? Do you guys hear it? All right. Nobody can hear. All right. Yeah, I don't know how to turn it on where you guys can hear it from the YouTube page. So I'm going to have to go to the video, guys. Again, I'm not that great with technology, so forgive me. All right. Let me remove this. All right. And I'm pretty sure you guys will hear it from the video source itself. So let's get into that live reaction. Here we go. Antonio Pierce, General Manager, Champ Kelly. Everybody calls him Champ Bailey. Press conference, man. Let's feel the excitement, Raider Nation. Let's go.
Champ Kelly?
Yep. Thank you. First and foremost, thank you to Mr. Davis, Josh McDaniels, Dave, Patrick Graham for bringing me here and giving me this opportunity. It's never easy when you lose a teammate, a coworker, somebody that you're close with. We take that very seriously. There's lives and families that's affected by this, and we understand that.
Well, let's give it up for him. We don't want him to talk good about McDaniels, but he's being a professional here, and he said a teammate, a coach, a friend, this and that. You got to respect him for that. And then he's respecting their families. And we had an idiot, I don't know who his name was Ant-Man or something like that on Twitter. And he said, oh, I feel so bad for Josh McDaniels and his family. losing his job and getting fired. And then Raider Nation came after him. They're like, what are you talking about? He's getting millions upon millions of dollars. And who cares? He's going to go back and be a Patriot. And I feel the same way. But if you're an empathetic person, they are still losing their job after living in Vegas, for 2 years. And let's be honest, McDaniels wanted to bring a culture of winning to us, but he's just never a Raider. I don't even want to. I thought he came to sabotage us. That's a conspiracy theory. But yeah, he tried. But look, you got to respect Antonio Plyrs for going about the press conference this way. This is a fantastic start, in my opinion. Now let's go. Let's hear the rest, y'all. Oh, Rich Gannon was being I think I saw the Rich Gannon video too as well. Who said that? Shoot the moon. So kudos to Antonio Plyrs for starting this out like a professional, and I'm cool with it.
But it's a new day. It's a new chapter. It's a new era. It's a new mindset. What is that mindset? It's that of the Raider pride. The commitment to excellence.
Let's go.
And making sure our alumni, our fan base, and Raider Nation are proud of what they see on the field. What
Damn right.
Like? Tough.
What does it look like?
Passionate, effort, energy.
Ooh, let's
that
go.
Enthusiasm that you see when we all watched our kids and these young men who are now pro athletes play when they're in Pop Warner. Having that love for the game.
There you go.
We're on the same page. Champ and myself, our staff is connected. We had a great team meeting this morning. Everybody was stilly-eyed and focused. We walked in with a smile on our face. The synergy, the energy in this building, and the personality of our players will reflect on who we are as Raiders.
They're happy.
This is a great opportunity for myself. I'm humbled, I'm honored, and I don't take it lightly. I'm sure there'll be questions about why, how. Those all get answered. But this is about the players, this is about the Raiders, and this is about this organization. And we're tired of losing. It's not a good feeling. We're a production-based business. We're about competition, being competitive, and play with an edge and a swag and a certain confidence that when we walk out that damn tunnel, that everybody watching TV can see it, and a product on the field is something we're proud of.
Damn right, a giant Raider, baby.
A few things,
giant Raider.
Before we move forward. Again, to Josh McDaniels, Laura, and the kids, David Ziegler, Carissa, and the kids, I love you all dearly. So much respect for you. My thoughts and prayers are with you, and I'm forever grateful. For those of you who know me, you guys have seen me with my 3 daughters. Like, they are my everything. Today, my middle child turns 10. Her name is Chloe. So happy birthday, Chloe. Today, you are my favorite daughter. They are the best parts of me. To my wife, Stephanie, like, I'm not here without your support. Like, she's a real GM, and I love her dearly. Although the circumstances are not ideal, there's always like an opportunity in difficulties. I couldn't be prouder to accept this opportunity as an interim general manager for the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm so eager and excited to get to work. To Mark.
Again, I have to stop the video for reasons, I can't just watch it, whatever. It's copyright shit. I have to be interactive with it. I have to critique it. Let's be honest, guys. It feels right. Again, it may be interim. It may be for 3 months or whatever the case is. But it might also be a revisit of the Rich Bisaccia situation, where he takes over a team and they play better. I'm not saying we make the playoffs, but there might be an opportunity for this man to become a head coach very quickly. This is a dreamlike storyline for these people, Champ Kelly as well, especially since they are of a considered minority caliber. Again, this is the possibility of a seed of a good story for everybody with passion and love, becoming a head coach after never being a head coach, only being a linebackers coach. This is a possible storyline of tragedy in whatever their personal lives as well, to become leaders of men. That's why the players will respond to this. That's why it is a good decision. And by this press conference alone already, I feel it and I believe it more so than I ever did in that former way that we shall never ever talk about again, ever. We're not going to do it. Derek Carr was called the quarterback that shall not be named for the Raiders. Now it's McDaniels. He is the coach that shall forever never be named in our Raider history again. This is a bad time. I'm proud to say Derek Carr again. And I'm proud to never say McDaniels ever again. Let's hear it, Champ Kelly. Let's go.
Davis, Sandra Morgan, Larry Dilson, thank you for believing in me. Thank you for this opportunity. I promise you that I won't squander the moment. Make no mistake, I'm prepared for this position. I believe in the power of intercessory prayer. I know people all over the country are praying for me in this moment. I received so much support from colleagues, GMs across the league, former players, coaches, advisors, family, friends, my Champ Camp warriors. Like, I promise you I'll get back to you. I'm one of those guys that when I see the little dot of missed messages, I got to go through all of them. So I promise to get back to you. I'm prepared for this because I know what I don't know. Like, there will be hiccups. It won't be perfect. But I'm wise enough to know that God equips those he calls. I'm perfectly imperfect, but I know the source.
There you
To
go.
Raider Nation, in the squad meeting this AM, we talked about committing to three things: trust, pride, and poise. We talked about having a commitment to excellence. We talked about confidence.
All right, look, I love every part of this, all right? But I'm tired of the member berries, okay? Freaking tired of it. I mean, I love the quotes. It is the Raider history. It is the Raider lore. But we got to start something new. Like, no disrespect to the old, but we got to start something new. I'm tired of the member berries. You member. Commitment to excellence, you member. Pride and poise, you member. I'm a little tired of it. Even with me, I can't say his name. Even under the coach that shall not be named, I was getting tired of the just win baby moniker. I'm tired of. I hate that phrase. The greatness of the Raiders lies in its future. Well, guess what? The future is right now. That's it. This is the seed. We had to be killed by the others in order to live again. Maybe this is Mark Davis's awakening. And maybe now Mark Davis is finally reliving those quotes. And maybe he'll really take it to account from this point on, because he spent upwards of $100 million to get rid of these coaches and to do this decision. But I'm a little bit irked by the member berries. And these coaches or this general manager or this interim coach and general manager is being forced to say it because they're feeding into the Raider fan base, which is okay. I'm not mad at them. I get it. But I'm just saying, personally, for me, I'm a little tired of the member berries. I want some new quotes. Like Dan Campbell gave to the Lions. We're going to rip his kneecaps off. Or like Gruden gave, you got to take their heart. You got to take their soul. I kind of want some new quotes, but I'm okay right now. I'm okay with the member berries, y'all.
Confidence, just winning. We're going to put our blinders on and we're going to run our own race. Like, we don't get to pick the terrain. There will be hills. There will be potholes. We got to run on some pebbles. And the race is not always won by the swift or the strong, but it's won by those who persevere. To our fans,
there you go.
I hear your concerns. I share your frustrations. We're going to work to present to you a product worthy of your support. Thank you for sticking with us. I look forward to seeing you fill up Allegiant Stadium on Sunday. With this, I open up for questions.
Antonio, you just outlined a mantra and a mindset that you want this team to be about. What can you do to immediately get that message across to the players that that's what they put out on the field on Sunday?
Yeah, one is empowering your coaches and your players in the building to have the dialogue and openness and accountability and the trust and the respect for one another where we can start to make change. That's first and foremost. It starts when we walk in this building. Enjoying and loving the fact that you're a Raider. Embracing the fact that you're a Raider.
Woo!
Loving the fact that you're next to your brother. When you start doing those things, you start playing together, that energy and what I talked about with those guys, the synergy in the building, now we have a connection, and now we can start growing for that. But at the end of the day, you understand, just like I do, it's a production-based business. We have to produce. We have to play hard for 61 minutes, which we'll do, and we have to play with the effort that everybody used to the Raider Nation playing with.
Woo! Woo! Do y'all get that? He said 61 minutes. We have to play hard for 61 minutes. A game is 60 minutes. Y'all catch that? I did.
On a human level, how do you go about compartmentalizing, thoughts that you may have about, obviously this team is going to be in a situation after this season where they're looking for a new head coach, a new GM, with focusing on the present, but also maybe thinking forward to those type of things.
You can't worry about the future. You got to put on the field.
The reality for me is, Tayshaun, is I'm focusing on one day at a time. Like, we say we're team no sleep. Like, we talked late last night, woke up early this morning, got together, excited to bring this vision together. But we're not looking forward to tomorrow, let tomorrow worry about itself. We're focusing on the now. Our team is focusing on the now. Those players are focusing on right now, and that's all we have.
Antonio, when you got into coaching, was this a goal of yours to eventually become a head coach, and what does this opportunity mean to you on a personal level?
Yeah, I've been fortunate. I've played at a high level, went all the way back to my roots and coached at Long Beach Poly.
Poly, let's go, LBP.
Was at the New York Giants in 2017, and then, college for 4 years,
baby.
and had opportunities to leave and go to other organizations. I decided not to. The short story, the matter of fact is I grew up in Compton, California.
Woo!
I was born a Raider.
I did not know that.
I was born with the Raiders rolling in the Coliseum in L.A. I was rolling with NWA, talking straight out of Compton, rocking Raider hats. So when the opportunity came to work with Josh and Pat Graham and Dave, I jumped on it. So that's what set me up for this. I was born this way.
Woo!
How surreal is it going to be to coach your first NFL?
Baby, I was born this way, rocking the NWA. Oh, that's it. Let's go. Hold on. Hold a minute. Hold a minute. Hold on a minute. Everybody rocking a Raider cap. Everybody rocking an LA Raider cap. Let's freaking go, baby. Long Beach Poly, baby. Let's go. Raiders. Let's freaking go, Antonio Plyrs. Oh, you got that Raider spirit. I didn't know all this, y'all. I'm not really into all that history. I didn't know all this, y'all. This makes it even better. That's why I feel the excitement. I felt the spark. I felt the spark not only with the Mark Davis decision, but I felt an excitement the more I thought about Antonio Plyrs with the Giants and being a player's coach. And I'm going to give him the nickname, the Giant Raider. Are y'all cool with that? He won a Super Bowl with the Giants. That's his name. He a Giant Raider. I feel that spirit. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Oh, man, I'm enjoying this. Champ Kelly's like a little quiet. Antonio Plyrs looks like one of those dudes that he going to motivate. He going to motivate Champ Kelly to even do a better job. I love everything this man is saying so far. And again, I haven't felt this in a while. Again, I'm not claiming he's the best and the brightest. He's going to be our future coach. He's going to take us to the promised land. But it feels like, again, that Raider spirit is somehow trying to find its way back in through that seed. And that's what I feel. You have to be a Raider to know it. And you guys are, for the most part.
The organization, I decided not to. The short story, the matter of fact is I grew up in Compton, California. I was born a Raider. I was born with the Raiders rolling in the Coliseum in L.A. I was rolling with NWA, talking straight out of Compton, rocking Raider hats. So when the opportunity came to
Straight out of Compton, a crazy MF named Mikey Raider.
work with Josh and Pat Graham and Dave, I jumped on it. So that's what set me up for this. I was born this way.
Yeah.
How surreal is it going to be to coach your first NFL game against the team that you won a Super Bowl with as a player?
How about that? Couldn't write it up. But it's not Antonio Pierce versus the New York Giants. Las Vegas Raiders versus the Giants coming into our house. Much needed win for us. We've had 2 ugly losses. It's time to change that. We're in the second half of the season. Doesn't matter what or who Antonio Pierce played for. It's about the Las Vegas Raiders. Those players understand that. It's about them. It ain't about me.
Jim, these things happen every year throughout the league, not often on a short week in the middle of a season. When you understood this was happening or got the call, were you surprised?
Was definitely surprised. I don't think, we saw it coming. But I plan every day of my life to be prepared for any situation. Putting my trust in the Lord and allowing Him to guide me, right? So whenever these situations arise, like fully confident that, He will equip me and we're ready to roll.
Antonio, you obviously bring a certain.
Yeah, Ponda Kalima, there's a lot of stains on my chair. Mikey Raider been naked on this chair a lot of times. And I'm sure some poopy. But we don't talk about that.
Level of intensity to the table, and I'm wondering, you're very demonstrative, very expressive, and I'm wondering if that's the kind of fit the team really will respond to and needs at this point.
We had a good team meeting this morning. Had a full house. And I think I had everybody's attention. I had their eyes. I'm not a long-winded person. I'm not going to give you a dialogue or write an essay. I get right to.
And you guys hear that real quickly? That statement was, again, another amazing statement. He said, we had everybody's eyes. We had a team meeting this morning, and we had everybody's eyes. He's been in that locker room under the coach that shall never be named again. That means that coach that shall never be named never had their eyes. Not only their hearts, he never had their eyes.
The point is black and white. You know how I feel when I walk out the door. I've been around these guys for 2 years now as a linebacker coach. And I made my presence known both in the linebacker room, the defensive line room, the quarterback room, the running back room. I'm a former player. I touch former players. I can relate to them. I've done the same things they've done. I've walked the same paths they walked. I felt the same pain they felt. So there's nothing or any emotional ride or roller coaster that they haven't gone through this year or over the 2 years I've been with them that I haven't felt. And my personality, one last thing, my personality will come out and reflect on this team. And hopefully we see that on Sunday.
Antonio, talking to players, they sometimes look around and say, there's just too much talent on this team for it to be this difficult and to be struggling the way they've been struggling. Do you share that sentiment that the answers are in that locker room and that can get unlocked?
One question, no question about it. I mean, we can talk about players. We can go down our roster and you say, wow, Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs. You look.
Real quick, Hardcore Raider, man, I love you, brother. You and many of you guys still support. And I know you've been wanting me to be in your videos and your podcast, and all I can do is forever apologize, bro. I'm messed up in a lot of ways, but I need to. I need to moving forward. I may even invite you guys on one of my live streams in the coming days. So thank you for being there for me, all of you.
At our old line, you look at our quarterback, you look at the way our tight ends playing. Defensively, how we playing. We've been really well on special teams throughout the season. It's funny what a little belief and
You're right.
confidence gives a group.
You're dang right.
And this is just what we're going to believe and what we're about. It's about them being themselves. I told them when they walk in this door, I need to feel them. They're going to feel me 100%, but I got to feel them. I need that personality. This building needs personality.
Yes.
When we walk in here, everybody in here should be smiling. We all got a job.
That's right.
We're doing something. We're
Don't
coming
matter
to the
whether
greatest
we're
game
losing
in the world, the National Football League.
Right.
And if you're not excited about that, there's something wrong with you.
Was there a lack of excitement before?
That just proved. Oh, there we go. They're going to ask a good question. Was there a lack of excitement before? Yes, there was. He ain't going to answer it that way, but there was. And it's all known now. But my goodness, you're right, man. Something was missing. Something got killed. And it's alive again. It's alive again. I feel it, baby. Hey, Pistol 9, I'm sorry, brother. First off, thank you for the donation. I know you guys got to go to bed. It's probably late for you guys, 11, 12 o'clock sometimes. God bless you, brother. Thank you, Pistol 09, for being a subscriber, a fan, a supporter. I love you, brother. Better days ahead, brother. Better days ahead. Spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, better days ahead for us all. Love you, brother. Good night.
Gives a group. And this is just what we're going to believe and what we're about is about them being themselves. I told them when they walk in this door, I need to feel them. They're going to feel me 100%, but I got to feel them. I need that personality. The building needs personality. When we walk in here, everybody in here should be smiling. We all got a job. We're doing something. We're covering the greatest game in the world, the National Football League. And if you're not excited about that, there's something wrong with you.
Was there a lack of excitement before? I mean, being that that's something that needed to be addressed, what was the atmosphere like before?
I don't think that it was not addressed. It just, you got to embrace it.
See? I mean, I wish he would say it. I mean, but again, he doesn't want to disrespect the coaching staff that hired him. But, you know, pull out that Raider shit. Go, yeah. He can't speak for other players and say there was no excitement and they didn't believe it. He can't say it, but he should. He should. Again, he's doing good things, going a long way. But, man, if he would have said that, was there lack of excitement under the previous regime? He'd be like, you all see it. You all saw it. Something was happening. You can call it whatever you want, but something was missing. And I'm here to bring it back, and I'm here to hopefully find it and bring it all back to the Raiders, because that's who we are. We ain't whatever you guys thought we were before. We are the Raiders now. Something like that, yeah.
Coach, congratulations, first of all. Congratulations to both of you, and happy birthday to your daughter.
Appreciate it.
A quick question. When you talk about personalities and this being so human, what was the reaction of the players when you gave them the news? Obviously, you're all smiling. As you say, you want us all to smile. It's been a few weeks. You're all kind of difficult to smile.
Yes.
And so what was their reaction like, and what do you think is the priority moving forward towards the New York Giants, other than winning the game, obviously?
Right. I mean, why what are you mad about? You know what I mean? Like I just said it. Like we're playing a kids game. We're getting paid millions of dollars to do it. We're fortunate to play for an alumni base, a owner, a fan base that like live and die Raiders.
Yeah.
And when we walk in that stadium, it's got to be electric. And what I told these,
I haven't heard the whole statement yet, but again, he just said it. What are you mad about? That goes for all of us. As fans, as players, he goes, there's no reason to be mad. There wasn't a reason then. Maybe there was, the coach that shall never be named again. But there's no reason to be mad anymore. Wins or losses be damned. We're already losing. It don't matter. Don't matter what draft pick we get right now. Right? He said, why be mad? We're playing a kids game. We want to go out there and have fun. We want to make money. We're making millions of dollars playing a kids game. What do you have to be mad about, Devontae? You have nothing to be mad about anymore. Let it all go, bro. Release the Kraken. Even if Jimmy Garoppolo plays and fails, we got nothing else to be mad about. It's done. It's over with. We have to bring back, again, and I said it in tweets many weeks ago, months ago. Same thing was happening for Derek Carr in New Orleans. Pressure was hitting them. The same pressure from our previous regime was hitting Derek Carr and his new regime for many reasons. His own, Derek Carr's his own, but the pressure, it got to them. Then they play mad, and they play out of sorts and out of keep. And that's what was happening to the Raiders and the Saints. And something happened with the Saints last week where they put it together at least, and they found the fun a little bit again. And that's what this man is trying to do for the Raider players, the team, the fan base, the staff. He's telling us, look, The negative is gone. Release the love. Have fun again. Have pride. And that's why I am so into this statement. Let's hear it again completely.
To smile.
Yes.
And so what was their reaction like, and what do you think is the priority moving forward towards the New York Giants, other than winning the game, obviously?
Right. I mean, why what are you mad about? You know what I mean? Like, I just
What are you
said
mad
it.
about?
Like, we're playing a kids game. We're getting paid
Why so
millions of dollars
serious?
to do it. We're fortunate to play for an alumni base, a owner, a fan base that like live and die Raiders.
Yeah.
And when we walk in
Right.
that stadium, it's got to be electric. And what I told these guys is, it's simple, man. Listen, who knows? I'm not promising we're gonna go undefeated. I'm not promising, we're gonna, redo the record books. But I am promising you this: we're gonna have fun doing it. And I know when you start having fun and you guys start believing in one another and they start really engaging in each other and believing in what the coaches are telling them and understand it's in their best interest, and we are in this together. When you put the we aspect and us and team into it, it changes all that from the eyes.
There you go.
So the quarterback position going forward.
It'll be Aiden going for it.
Woo!
We just feel like this is his best chance.
Straight up! Straight up! There you go! There you go! Let's freaking go, baby! Wow! Ain't no flip-flop, flippity bitch in that statement. Who gonna be your quarterback moving forward? Aiden. That's shit. Straight up, none of this. Maybe we're gonna have to take a look at it. We're gonna have to figure it out. This dude, Antonio Plyrs, this dude is on point with the fan base. He understands. Again, let's be honest, Jimmy still probably gives us the best opportunity to win when he's playing good. Maybe even Brian Hoyer on a good day. Man, that's a decision you make to put confidence in a drafted rookie quarterback instead of yelling at him on the sideline and saying, oh, this ain't the preseason. Bam! Again, I'm not saying Aiden O'Connell's the best and he's going to lead us to the promised land, but this motherfucker, Antonio Plyrs, has an understanding of what the excitement, the fan base, and the pride we need. And we're clamoring for and we're crying for. And in my opinion, no disrespect to Carr, but change his jersey number. Let him get a jersey number he wanted. Don't force the jersey number on him again. But hey, if they stick with this jersey number, which I'm pretty sure they will, because there's probably no other ones available and he's probably became attached to it, I'm cool with that as well. But this dude, with that statement so quickly, I can imagine Aiden O'Connell watching this press conference or hearing that news, what that did for his confidence and his pride. And now Aiden O'Connell has the possibility. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but we all have the faith, the promise, and the possibility of a storyline coming from Aiden O'Connell, and now he has the confidence to lead this team with some passion and pride. And this man, no flippity floppity bitch bullshit. Like that coach who shall never be named again by this mouth. Wow. Oh, I got to hear that statement again. Ooh, that gave me, I almost busted a nut right there. I've had a hard on all day. I almost busted a nut. I got blue balls, baby. I'm about to come.
And I know when you start having fun and you guys start believing in one another and they start really engaging in each other and believing in what the coaches are telling them and understand it's in their best interest, and we are in this together. When you put the we aspect and us and team into it, it changes all that from the eyes.
What are your thoughts on the quarterback position going forward?
It'll be Aiden going for it.
Woo! Woo!
Why Aiden?
We just feel like this is his best chance.
What was the reaction like in the locker room when you made that announcement?
Very supportive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Guys are rallying
let's go.
behind him. They're excited to watch him, get his opportunity.
Blossom, baby.
Like I was there as AP was speaking to the team, and he had their eyes. There was an energy that was tangible in the room. There was a true excitement, and guys are geared up to prepare for this weekend.
How much does it help that Coach obviously played in the league and did it at the highest level and has a ring to prove it?
I mean, there's no better form of teaching than modeling, right? So this guy did put on those pads. He strapped it up. He played at high-level football games. They know that. He's carried himself just like this every single day, authentically himself, right? And that's what we promise these guys. Like, we're going to be honest. We're going to be authentic. Like, God is never going to bless who you pretend to be.
Stick with it. I love your statement. And again, Champ Kelly, they're listening to the fans. Maybe even people like me. We're going to be honest. That statement, think about it. Again, don't just take the words, oh, we're going to be honest. People, you got to look at what why is he saying we're going to be honest? Because we were not honest in the previous regime. These are facts now, proven. You got to look behind the words to find out the truth. And that's what I implore all of you to do. Again, that's who I became on my channel and everything. And a lot of you guys hated me for it. Saying, oh, he's just salty. He's just salty. Because he got sued by the Raiders and this and that. Yeah. And I'm like B Rabbit from 8 Mile. Yeah, the Raiders did do this to me. They cheated me. They lied to me. And they screwed my ex-girl. But I'm Mikey Raider. I'm still standing here screaming, fuck the whole world.
Right. And so we're going to be ourselves in this situation. We're going to have fun with it. And I think they were excited to hear that.
What do you see out of you, offensive coordinator?
I'm sorry, one more time.
New offensive coordinator, what do you see out of you?
I mean, we talked about it. I mean, the key thing is we just talked about a lot of weapons on our team and how to get to them. We're going to start a young quarterback. Got to protect him. Last outing, we didn't protect him very well. Didn't protect the football. So it's going to go to that. For our whole entire offensive, turnover-free football.
Okay, so clearly they haven't made a decision. Maybe they did by now that I don't know about. But they're not going to give anybody. They're doing some weird stuff like they did last year or something or whatever, where we don't know who the offensive coordinator is or the defensive coordinator. I don't know. They're not giving an answer of who's going to be the offensive coordinator. Maybe they have. If they have, let me know because I haven't seen all the news. But at this moment, when they were doing the press conference, there's a lot of work to be done. They still need to figure some things out. And this was right after the news of Mick Lombardi being fired as well. And if I had to give my guess on who should be the offensive coordinator, it's going to be everybody. It's going to be the players, the coaches, whoever's left. But if anybody's going to get that specific title, I don't know who it's going to be. I don't know their names, but the running back coach might get it. The offensive wide receiver coach might get it, or both of them, where they come up with a game plan together, and the offensive line as well. Again, I don't know how it will work, but somebody will get the title because somebody's going to have to call plays. And I don't want Antonio Pierce to take on that responsibility as well while he's trying to coach the defense. Alongside, I want him to be the motivator. I want him the game strategy, the motivation during the game. In terms of offensive coordinator, they're probably going to stick with the same playbook. It's probably too close to make things different. And unfortunately, hopefully they add some wrinkles. But the wide receivers coach and the players and all them, they can get excited for certain plays in the system. They just got to be called at a better time. And if, for example, and we'll leave it here before I want to finish this press conference. If, for example, in last week's game, on 3rd and 4, they had the wide receivers running 12-yard outs in the same area under Josh. Whoa! I almost said it. Shoot. I almost made a Floridian Raider Nation slip. Ugh. I almost let the demon out. Stay back, demon. But in that system, on a 3rd and 4, they would have the receivers 12 yards out. Let's be honest. The players think maybe that play will work, but you need to bring it in to 4, 5, or 6 yards instead of 12 yards. And then the coaching staff is going to put in some wrinkles here and there, and little by little, and try to get the offense on a little bit of a similar page by the end of the season. But you can't cut bait with the entire offense 100% in 5 days. So you got to go with the old scheme. But you can add wrinkles. And now with that extended bonus of the pride and the excitement, we might be able to make the other regime's plays look decent. And that's all we could hope for. But yeah, I'm interested in finding out who they would let as an offensive coordinator officially.
Get back to playing that kind of style of football where you kind of impose your will and play with ill intent. And you can do that with offense. You can do that with skill guys. I mean, we got Jacoby Myers. If you've not watched him crack a defensive back or a linebacker, you're crazy. He's not afraid to throw it in there. So, and we got still one of the best running backs in the game. And he understands that. And he knows his role and what's going to happen going forward.
Okay, I don't know if this is official, but Toke has highlights saying the quarterback coach is the new OC. I could see that. Why not? If you're going to name Aiden the starter for pride and poise, that's right. The quarterback coach knows the offensive game plan for the quarterback. He knows he has a better view of everything than maybe one positional skill group like the running back coach or the wide receiver coach. So I could see that. But let's be honest. It's going to be all of them in tandem with the quarterback coach. If that's the case, I could see that happening. Sorry, guys. I kind of forgot what I heard.
Ball. Get back to playing that kind of style of football where you kind of impose your will and play with ill intent. And you can do that with offense. You can do that with skill guys. I mean, we got Jacoby Myers. If you've not watched him crack a defensive back or a linebacker, you're crazy. He's not afraid to throw it in there. So, and we got still one of the best running backs in the game. And he understands that. And he knows his role and what's going to happen going forward. And that's what's going to help the quarterback.
Still playing well so far this season. What do you expect from them moving forward?
More.
There you go.
I mean, we got to create turnovers. We got to stop these long drive. Penalties have been the biggest thing that's kind of hurt us in those situations. I mean, we've had great moments and we had other moments like, what the hell, right? So just being consistent, first and foremost, being a defensive player, you stop the run, man. You build that wall. We make it one-dimensional, and like I tell Max, go eat. Go eat. Party at the quarterback, let's celebrate and have fun doing it. So what I like to see those guys keep doing, and Patrick Graham, let loose. Pin your ears back. Let the dogs loose. And, when the Raiders are rolling on defense, you guys see it. It comes through the TV. Max Crosby's energy I'm trying to match his today, and I got to match that for the next 10 to 12 weeks.
Let's go. Pin your ears back,
You'll
let
see
the dogs
what we see on
loose.
Sundays, but then there's your side of the.
Pin your ears back and let the dogs loose. There's a quote. Pin your ears back and let the dogs loose. Pin your ears back and let the dogs loose. Let's go, AP. Again, much to the also like Gruden, you got some words, brother. I can respect that. We need a motivating head coach. People are like, who's going to replace him? An offensive coach, a defensive coach? And, man, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I've said it in other videos, man. We need a motivating coach. That's what it is. That's the Raider spirit. I wish I should be Mikey Raider for coach. I mean, I'm cool with Antonio right now. You give him his props. Mikey Raider for coach. I saw somebody talk to Mitchell Renz the other day in a video. I was watching some of the videos last night while I stayed up all night watching everything. And he's doing a marathon, like a 24-hour marathon. Josh McDaniels gets fired marathon. Whatever, make your money, dude. Whatever, congratulations. But people were telling him, oh, we love you. You're a Raider. You're this, you're that. You know, giving them $30 and you're this and you're that. I was getting a little salty. But somebody said, Mitchell Renz for coach. And he's like, oh, that's good. I should be the coach. I said, nah. Then he goes, I should be the GM. He goes, I'm a much smarter person. I'd be a better GM than a head coach. All right, well, fuck it. Let's go with that. Mitchell Renz for general manager, Mikey Raider for coach. Motivational speaker. My name is Mikey Raider, and I live in a studio apartment in the Valley. And I'm a motivational coach. My name is Mike. Anybody know Saturday Night Live? They know what I'm doing. Chris Farley reference. My name.
Other moments like, what the hell, right? So just being consistent, first and foremost, you know, being a defensive player, you stop the run, man. You build that wall. We make it one-dimensional, and like I tell Max, go eat. Go eat. Party at the quarterback, and let's celebrate and have fun doing it. So what I like to see those guys keep doing, and Patrick Graham lit loose. Pin your ears back. Let the dogs loose. And like, you know, when the Raiders are rolling on defense, you guys see it. It comes through the TV. Max Crosby's energy is, I'm trying to match his today, you know, and I got to match that for the next 10 to 12 weeks.
Yeah, you know, we see what we see on Sundays, but then there's your side of the building or upstairs. How'd that go with the staff that you now oversee?
Right, we've put together some, you know, the fortunate part is I've been here, you know, since the beginning. And so we've put together some, you know, some very good practices and policies, you know, for evaluating players and acquiring players. So we feel confident with the people that we have doing the job. We feel confident in the processes. So, you know, it's more status quo on our end. The guys are excited to work. They're excited to keep grinding. And they've been given the same mandate. You walk into this building appreciative with a smile. We want to have positive energy. And they're going to do that, and we're going to you know, capitalize off of it.
Some of the members of the locker room have been in this situation before. Max Crosby, Josh Jacobs, back in 2021 when John Gruden resigned halfway through the season. Is it helpful at all, just when it comes to keeping the locker room together and informing them how to handle it, that they've sort of been through this in the past?
Yeah, we talked about that last week as a team. And a couple guys brought that up that's been here. They've been through this. They understand what it's like, a coaching change in the middle of the season. And I'm relying on our leaders to lead. You know, I'm going to come in here with the game plan. This is the picture that we're trying to paint. But they got to carry it throughout. The best teams that I've ever been on as a player or as a coach, player ran. Player ran. Bottom line.
There you go.
Devontae knows what it is. Max Crosby knows what it is. Robert Spillane knows what it is. Our captains leaders know what it takes. They got to go out there and do it. And they got to carry that message and make sure that resonates. And we block out all this outside noise because we're going to get some over the next, you know, 72 plus hours. That is just us against the world. And that's our mentality going to be right now. Us against the world. Raider Nation against everybody else.
That's right. It's always been that. Raider Nation versus the world.
No, you're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. So do those immediate goals become the bigger goals as well? Or are you looking at the big picture or just week to week now?
Trying to get through today. Trying to get through this media conference, this press conference right now. It's been a whirlwind. I'll be honest. You know, you're not prepared for this. I mean, you don't. Yeah, I was doing my DC notes the other day, you know, and all of a sudden you get a phone call, and are you crazy to turn down this opportunity? To work with Champ Kelly? No, to work with the staff and the players we got. We have the team. We have the people in this building. We have the players in this building to win. We just got to go do it. Enough talk. Enough sitting here having these little clicks in the corner. That's why I told the guys, put the goddamn pads on. Let's go out there.
Do you guys understand what he's saying? That's the same thing Devontae was saying. Enough talk. Because that's all the former regime, the coach that shall never be renamed on this channel, is BS and talk and lies. And they're revealing the facts right here. Again, you got to hear the words behind the words.
And the players we have the team. We have the people in this building. We have the players in this building to win. We just got to go do it. Enough talk. Enough sitting here having these little clicks in the corner. That's why I told the guys, put the goddamn pads on.
Wow, clicks in the corner. Wow. Again, we have to find the tidbits. The secrets are being exposed. That's why this video is titled, The Secrets Are Being Exposed. You're finding out. We got to get rid of those little cliques in the corner. Everybody's divided. Some people love the former coach. Some people hate the former coach. We got to get rid of these little cliques in the corner. People like Hondo Carpenter said it wasn't a fractured locker. Everybody loves each other. Everybody's on the same page. They just got to do better. Antonio Pierce. Yeah. Letting the dogs loose. Speaking truth. They had cliques in the corner. There's still some leftover cliques. Man, this Raider Nation gang right now. We're going to have to go in. We're going to have to go in like gangbusters. We're going to have to get our straps on. We're going to have to go in that locker room. Sup. My name is Antonio Pierce. I'm your new coach. I grew up a Raider. I'm a Raider for life. I am now the giant Raider, and I'm leading UMFers. All these other cliques, hey, you little people talking there in the little corner, you little gothic football players. No more. Separate. You're going to team up with that dude. You're going to stand right next to that dude. That's right. Guess who that is? That's your brother. That's your brother right now. Y'all going to live together. Y'all going to become friends. We're going to make this a family. Get out of your clique. What? That's right. Better listen to authority. You're going to go line up right there. That's your brother. Y'all going to learn the songs and temptations. I know you white, he black. Guess what? You're mixed now. You're mixed. You're going to find out all the troubles that come with being mixed. That's your brother. You over there, Jimmy Garoppolo, your little Playboy bunny porn star clique. Guess what? No more. Your ass ain't playing. Why? We got the better dick that's about to play. No more none of your bullshit. We all know who you are. You were exposed by the 49ers. They didn't even want your ass. So guess what? You have to be on this team because we're giving you a lot of money. So sit your ass down, screw your little porn stars, but we're bringing in a replacement dick. AOC, get your dick ready, take that Viagra. You going into starting, and you about to start the fucking. Let's go. I'm Antonio Pierce. That's Champ Kelly. He's my right-hand man. And we are the Raiders, the new Raiders. Get your excitement, get your game face on. We're going to go out, we're going to bust their asses. And we're going to have fun doing it. I love y'all. Now let's get some fucking snacks. Remember that from the Jets head coach on Hard Knocks? When he gave a fiery, sorry about my camera. He gave a fiery speech. And then at the end of it, he goes, now let's get some fucking snacks. You guys remember that? Sorry, let me see if I can change the see if it'll change anything. If I get some different lighting on. I don't know. Maybe I have to turn on another light. Give me a second, y'all. Hopefully that helps you a little bit. No, I don't drink, brother. I mean, I do drink Gerbs, but no, this is me, man. This is who I am. This is when I'm excited and whatever. I mean, I drink, but like sometimes during the live streams. Not yesterday. That was Monday. That was Monday, brother. Sick with it. That's right. Get some. That's what it is. It's excitement. You know, we need to get some laughs back. This is so damn rough. What's up, brother? What's up, Roger Santos? What's up, Hardcore? Yeah, it's kind of funny. I need to get some skits again doing, but that's a lot of work. And my computer, I can't really edit. But yeah, I need to do all that other stuff. All right, let's finish this press conference, man.
This building to win.
Hopefully you're all having a good time.
Enough talk, enough sitting here having these little clicks in the corner. That's why I told the guys, put the goddamn pads on. Let's go out there and work tomorrow and practice. And
Clicks in the corner.
Bottom line, and let's see where the results go on Sunday.
And also, from a personal standpoint, you probably have a lot of people back in California that are. What do you think they're? I mean, I'm sure you've talked to a bunch of them, but there's got to be a great response by your family members and friends back there.
Yeah. I mean, ticket requests. I don't know. We can pack the stadium up. I need another 20,000. But we'll be fine. Look, the Raider Nation does a great job. They come wherever we go. They travel well. We got a big test this week with the Giants coming to town.
Oh, that's
great
right.
opportunity for us to get a.
This is a home game. Now that the trash is gone, I know a lot of Giants fans are going to show up. But I also know a lot of Raiders that will shower for many good, valid reasons are probably going to show up to this game. Mark Davis might get a few $1 million back from Raider Nation for this decision.
Fresh start and get back on a winning track.
That's right.
Let's go Adam, Heidi, Chris, Paul, Q. Coach, you talked about what you wanted to see from your offense. How much of a challenge is it from now with the influence Josh had on offense from now till Sunday to kind of get a plan together and what you guys want to do and accomplish?
Yeah, I started this press conference by saying it. New day, new month, new chapter, new mindset. So whatever we did in the past, doesn't matter. I wish I could say we're 0-0. We're not. But we're approaching it that way. We're approaching this way. Bo went in there today, the offense. I spoke with those gentlemen. They know exactly the task and the plan going forward and what kind of offense we want to portray. And, are you going to sit there and rip with the whole playbook? No. But you better go to your key guys. I'm not a fool. I'm a player. Remember, I was a player before I was a coach. Player ran business.
I've had the privilege of working with Bo in 3 different buildings now. He's not afraid of the moment. So we're confident in him, and he's going to be authentically himself in this situation. So you'll see Bo.
Look at him smiling, dude. Look at him smiling. Man, this is awesome, y'all. I got the feeling that this week's going to be a good week. That this week's going to be a good week. Cheer it up. Make it go. Here we go. Ready to go. Get the party. Get the tacos. Get the fun. Big Joe 67. Love ya. I got a feeling that the Raiders are gonna be all right. That the day is gonna be an all right. If the Giants, we got a Giant Raider coaching our team tonight. Hit it up. Get it going. Move it down. Here we go. Carne tacos. I love them. What about the burritos? Raider yell. I got a feeling. Oh, goodness. Lord, thank you very much for the blessings. Thank you for bringing Christmas early. Thank you for bringing this man into our lives, getting rid of the devils that surrounded us. Thank you for all the blessings you bestowed upon all of us, the meals, the food, the donations, the subscribers, the fan base, the family. Thank you for every breath in my lungs. Thank you. What a good day.
3 different buildings now. He's not afraid of the moment. So we're confident in him, and he's going to be authentically himself in this situation. So you'll see Bo.
Coach, like you mentioned, as a player, right, you had various experiences with several coaches throughout the years and working at Arizona State as well. Is there any particular person who had an influence on you and how you approach your coaching style?
Too many to name. I was fortunate to play with 2 other organizations, Marty Schottenheimer, Marvin Lewis, Joe Gibbs, Greg Williams, Steve Spagnuolo, and Tom Coughlin. And then finish it off with Herm Edwards. So what you're going to see from AP is a kind of a chameleon of all those guys put together, along with my personality. But I've learned so much through my time of either as a player, as a coach going through the ranks. I mean, probably the biggest thing I got over the last, 16 or so hours is, text messages from them gentlemen. And I'm so appreciative of them because there's no AP without them. The knowledge, the support, the love they gave me when I was a young rookie, or an opportunity to get into the coaching world, I'm forever grateful.
This is a question for both of you guys. You mentioned the team meeting that you had last week, and it's a player-driven business. How much do you think it helped to hear from the players what was going on in their minds in that meeting?
It was good. It was direct. It was blunt. It was needed.
Woo!
And everybody heard them. Everybody.
This is last week, guys, before the Lions game, the team meeting. I think that's what they're talking about. And again, that put Mark Davis on the path that we talked about earlier in the show. That put Mark Davis on the path.
And building hurt them. The good thing about when you allow that to happen, you got to sit there and you got to brace yourself. Sometimes you don't want to hear it. There's probably going to be a moment I ain't going to want to hear that kind of stuff. But you got to have thick skin, and you can't take it too personal. It's an emotional business. These men in that locker room go through hell and back to get dressed and play every Sunday. We're on a short week this week. Guys are nicked up, bang.
Ain't that what Derek Carr said last year? I wish there was people in that locker. I wish there was people in that locker room, in that other room, that understands what it takes to go out there and play a game, to put it all on the line, to have the pride for this team. I wish there were people in that locker room that felt this and understood this. We now know he was talking about you know who. Derek Carr is owed an apology, in my opinion, publicly. He owes us an apology for bad play. But, yeah. And he just spoke it right there. He said the exact same statement that Derek Carr did in his press conference last year. Derek Carr was being vulnerable, and many of you attacked him. How dare you? Greta Thunberg, how dare you? Climate change is real. Yes, climate change is real. The weather gets hot and it gets cold. And it changes through the seasons. It changes daily. Climate change is real. It's not a hoax. Yeah. The hoax is that you're making money off of a natural climate that changes degrees and gets colder and warmer throughout the history of Earth. How dare you?
You got to sit there and you got to brace yourself.
How much do you think it helped to hear from the players what was going on in their minds in that meeting?
It was good. It was direct. It was blunt. It was needed. And everybody heard them. Everybody in the building heard them. The good thing about when you allow that to happen, you got to sit there and you got to brace yourself. Sometimes you don't want to hear it. There's probably going to be a moment I ain't going to want to hear that kind of stuff. But you got to have thick skin, and you can't take it too personal. It's an emotional business. These men in that locker room go through hell and back to get dressed and play every Sunday. We're on a short week this week. Guys are nicked up, banged, and bruised. They get up there, they put their cape on, they become a superhero again. So what they said was loud and clear. My message to them echoed their statements from that day, and we'll continue to grow from that.
I think what's good about that, Q, is, I think what we have to do here in these next weeks is just to create a culture where it's safe to have those conversations. Like, we want the truth. We're going to give them the truth.
Again, we're going to try to create a culture where it's safe. Where it's safe to tell the truth. Wow. That is how badly we were infected. And a lot of you didn't see it until it was too late, including Mark Davis. But hey, in the words of me and many of you, Ha ha! Told you so.
So what they said was loud and clear. My message to them echoed their statements from that day. And there's going to be a moment I ain't going to want to hear that kind of stuff. But you got to have thick skin, and you can't take it too personal. It's an emotional business. These men in that locker room go through hell and back to get dressed and play every Sunday. We're on a short week this week. Guys are nicked up, banged, and bruised. They get up there, They put their cape on, they become a superhero again. So what they said was loud and clear. My message to them echoed their statements from that day, and we'll continue to grow from that.
I think what's good about that, Q, is, I think what we have to do here in these next weeks is just to create a culture where it's safe to have those conversations. Like, we want the truth. We're going to give them the truth. It's going to be real, and it's going to be raw, and it's going to be uncut, right? And so that's the type of environment that we want. I think that's where you thrive at. Like, we build a community, that has to be conflict, but there also has to be commitment.
There you go.
And extreme communication. And so if we have those three things, we can have success.
Wrap it up with Chris and Paul.
Hey, Coach, I was just wondering, you seem like an enthusiastic, excited guy, at the interim head coach now. Was there a point when even yourself, when you were with the players, you're seeing them day in, day out, where you said, oh, this thing's starting to spiral out of control, it's not working, something's got to be done, and it was done, but could you almost kind of sense that something was happening, need to be made?
Well, you just knew the last 2 weeks we weren't ourselves. Obviously, I was a bit on focus on the defensive side of the ball, coaching the linebackers, so my focus was there. But you could just sense as a team, you could feel the aura in the building, you could feel the aura in the locker room, and when you're around the guys. So, did I have a good sense of it? Yes. Was it my place to talk about it and discuss with anybody? No.
Champ, you were in Denver 2009, 2010, so you had to kind of be part of that cleanup effort there after what had happened. How do you lean on that? Similar situation here to get things rolling here.
Yeah, I've been through a few of them, unfortunately, so that wasn't the only one. Just focus on communication, like sympathetic, because here's the reality.
Sympathetic.
Most people see us on Sundays. They see, guys in helmets, pads. They see coaches on the sideline that they think don't have lives outside of here, right? The reality of it is, their families involved, their wives who are planning. Like, my kids have to go to school today and, learn about a situation where, we don't know what's next, right? Like the Josh McDaniels family, David Ziegler's family, like, what's next? Like, so there's a reality of that goes on anytime you have transition and change. And so sympathy to everyone's, space and their situation, but extreme communication so people can relieve some of the uncertainty that they have. And then after that, you just attack the moment with confidence. And so that's the stage that we are in right now.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, gentlemen.
There it is, Raider Nation. There it is. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching this video with me. This was cathartic. This was needed. This was necessary. Many of you guys are commenting, supporting, donating, letting me know, hey, you got your smile back. You got your cheer back. You got your passion back. Yeah. You guys have been through these emotions with me. For the lot of you. The ones that hate me, they don't tune in. But you guys have lived this adventure yourselves and with me. And I'm still worried about the future. I still need help financially. I'm worried about everything, my health, my this, my that, living in a studio apartment. But one of the only things I have in my life is the love for the Raiders and the love for you guys. And you're exactly right. God gave us this decision, and God gave us the coach who shall not be named to turn this franchise around. Hopefully 3 years from now, I can officially say it was needed for the snake to come into the weeds and kill us in order to be reborn. but I do feel it. I'm not trying to bring this into prophecies and all that other stuff, but I'm alone so much in my head that I understand the bigger picture. And I understand things and people and situations when they're bad, when they're good, when they're evil. This doesn't feel evil. This feels like a fresh start. So, yeah, I got my passion back. I don't know what the future holds for me personally, financially, career wise. I feel closer to death than I ever have been. But today I feel alive with the spirit that the greatness of the Raiders lies in its future. And this is the catalyst. This is the start. I feel it and I love it. And you're damn right, I'm passionate and excited. And I hope Raider fan base will be as well. No more division, no more divide, no more hatred for hatred's sake. Good times ahead, win or loss. All right, y'all, let's get into thank you for the donations. Chick with it. That's my dude. Keep your head up, Mikey. You got this. Godfather of the YouTube thing. I made him an offer he couldn't refuse. Made him an offer he couldn't refuse. Beautiful words. Appreciate you, Ball. The greatness is now. Yeah. We needed this, and I hate to admit that. And Vibesy the Kid, making your little jokes about the Willies, my movie, my movie that I did many years ago. Ha, ha, ha. But thank you for the support. Love you, Vibesy. And Roger Santos, got to give it up to you for the pretty cool censored, or not censored quote, the uncensored quote. Real, raw, and uncut. The Raider way, baby. Let the dogs loose. Play for 61 minutes. all the comments we got from Antonio Pierce, man. Classic, freaking classic, man. I love that press conference. Means the world to me. I appreciate it. And again, we talked about, I don't have to go into much more detail about the culture and the fan base. We talked about it throughout today's show. And we talked about, how I feel about the replacements. You guys saw my reaction. Are they full replacements? Will they be forever? Hey, only the future and only time will tell. But for now, we got a good start. We got a good start with a good press conference. And they're removing the clicks in the corner. And it feels good. And that's the best we could hope for. So this is going to be a fun week. And that's what the Raider players and everybody needed. Regardless of the win or loss, let's make it a fun week. We all need it. We all need it for our spirits. We talked about what was exposed by the players, by the speeches, the words behind the words. We exposed the reasons Mark Davis did this. And I truly believe, like I said, this was put into motion a week ago after the team meeting. And you guys can watch the previous part of the show to get all up to date with that. But yeah, this has been pretty amazing. And yeah, it's a good time. So I'm going to leave it open for about 5 or 6 minutes. If you guys want to do a Q&A, if you guys want to ask me any questions about the team, what's going on, my perspective, please get your questions in right now. And then I'm going to give a quick little 3-4 minute giant preview. Then we're going to get out of here and end the live stream in about 15 minutes because I'm gonna go put in some work. I may or may not have a girlfriend right now, officially. So I'm just letting you know. That helps my spirits as well. That being said, we'll come back in 2 and 2, get your questions ready, and then we're going to get into a Giants preview. Love y'all. See you in a few.
I bleed silver and black, and I wear it with pride. Hold my shield to the sky. I'm a raider for life. 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 I'm a raider for life.
Touchdown, Raiders!
Oh, yeah, touchdown, Raiders. Do y'all miss that phrase? Do y'all miss that phrase by Greg Papa? A lot of you still don't like him for whatever reasons. Call him a scab. Yeah, it's not me. He got fired because Mark Davis was making all the bad decisions. And we know it for a fact. Bring back Greg Papa. But he's now the 49ers announcer, and that hurts my soul. But y'all missed that? Touchdown, Raiders. Now they hear that for the Niners. Oh, it's sad. That's what saddens my soul, is that Greg Papa took his amazing catchphrase and took it with him because he owns it, basically. But damn, I miss it. All right, this is Raider Football Talk Live. We are 2.5 hours into this Fired by the Raiders, secrets being exposed, Raider players celebrate, fandom show, where we found our excitement. Stella got her groove back. Mikey Raider got his groove back. The Raider players are getting their groove back. Raider Nation's getting their groove back. And we back, baby. We back. No more hatred, negativity, division. We back. That's right. We back. We also talked about how much it cost Mark Davis to do these firings. And again, close to $100 million, if not more, from my recollection. Man, you got to applaud the dude. You got to applaud the dude. Yeah. Now, let's talk about quickly, just for a second before the Q&A, who's going to replace him next year? Again, I hope it's Antonio Pierce, whatever. We're going to figure out that. But there are rumors and rumblings. Again, we never know what will happen. Some people want him back. Some people don't. But maybe Gruden is a possibility, depending on everything that happens. I didn't want Gruden back in the days. Would I want him back again? All I know is he's better than the other regime. And he was starting to build something. So I was like, I'm cool with it. And I can appreciate Gruden. Do I really, really want him back? Not really. But if he's one of the only best Raider options at the end of the year, if everything goes sour or it doesn't really work out, I'll take it. But there's rumors that in November he's got court cases against the NFL and this and that, and he'll probably be cleared of them, and he may have an opportunity to coach again officially. So we don't know how that'll work out. And we all know that Mark Davis wants to, let's be honest, he wants to finish what he started with Gruden. He likes Gruden that much more. So that's a possibility. And again, we have to see what happens with everybody else and what happens this year or the rest of this year. But Mark Davis would want that to be a possibility. But also, he's going to have to relive it and look at it and be like, it maybe was a mistake the second time to bring back Gruden. So there may be another mistake in going with his old decision-making and going back into those old decisions and doing Gruden for a third time. Third time's the charm, or 3 strikes and you're out. Whichever side of the fence you're on. Again, we can speculate till the cows come home, and I'm not ready to go home. But we don't know what's going to happen there. But Gruden is a possibility. Again, there's rumors about that where he may be able to coach again. But let's be honest, depending on what happens with the Saints and Derek Carr and Dennis Allen, maybe Gruden, since he has a little bit of an in with the Saints, if he's allowed to coach again, maybe he reconnects with Derek Carr in New Orleans after maybe Dennis Allen is gone. Maybe history will be revisited that way in a Raider legacy type of lore, and we get a new coach, maybe Harbaugh, somebody else, maybe Antonio Pierce, and next year or the following year, maybe it's 2 years down the line, I do not know, but I could foresee another game like the Super Bowl in 2001 where Gruden is the coach of another team with our former quarterback, and now he's facing the team that basically fired him or benched the quarterback, and they're playing each other. And maybe Dennis Allen is an offensive coordinator or defensive coach on the Raiders in 2 years. And it's that Super Bowl revisited in a conspiracy way. It might happen. It might happen. I do have the NFL script, and there is a possibility that the Raiders make the playoffs this year in a comeback fashion with an Antonio Pierce as a coach, and we go on a winning streak, and we come together right now for the playoffs. But you know what? I'm tired of talking about the NFL script because they change it weekly, and I don't get all the updates. But I've been right this entire season. Watch my previous videos. Mikey Raider knows what's going on. I did my schedule prediction video months ago, and I predicted everything that's happened up to this point. Garoppolo's injury, I predicted the same game. I predicted the same record. Then I predicted turmoil to start for the Giants game where coaches are going to be fired. I even say that in the video. Go back and watch it. The video's on this channel. All right. But yeah, there's an interesting scenario, and I want it to happen where this shit can end like 2021. And I'm hoping for the best. All right, let's get some of your questions from my peoples. I love y'all. Let's go it. Stick with it. Oh, I read this earlier, but keep your head up, Mikey. You got this. Now we know what a dumpster fire looked like, says Raider Critique, my boy, my brother from another mother. Beautiful words. Oh, for earlier. Clicks in the corner. Yeah, you got to laugh at that, Gerbs. You got to laugh at that, bro. You got to laugh at that. Love you, bro. Hardcore Raider. Thank you, man, very much, man. Say hello to Critique and everybody. I think you do videos with them. I just don't talk to them that much, you know, for my personal reasons, but it's all good. Dionysius, all the way from Greece, brother, in the land of war, or right around it nowadays, man. Be safe. Love you, brother. Red Martinez coming through all day, baby. Stay positive, Mikey. UOG. Zotan. Remember? Do you guys remember in baseball history where that movie that I did, or I was blessed to be in, The Dude, Where's My Car? Do you guys remember where I think it was the Phillies? Some New York team took on the moniker of that Zoltan, that symbol. And then I think they went to the World Series or into the playoffs, and every time they would score a home run or something, they'd, you know, Zoltan, when they got to the line, everybody would cheer and they would do Zoltan in reference to me and my cast members in that movie as cult members. So they created like a baseball cult where they would do the Zoltan. And they would do that. Then they invited the cast, not all of us, but they invited the people, like 3 people or 1 person, Hal Sparks, the actor that was technically Zoltan, you know, in that cult. And they brought him, and he like threw out the first pitch at the Phillies game. And I think they had a couple of actors from Dude, Where's My Car in there. I wish I could have been one of them, but they didn't reach out to me. But I was a smaller role. But still, man, what amazing that something I've done can create an effect on the future and on a sport. And that's what I want for the Raiders. And I'm just quickly going to address this real quickly. There's Raider Nation rap groups that I've been supporting for years and I've had in multiple videos, and they got some good songs. 4Dub, they have a song called Soul Raider. And I know players like Max Crosby and Antonio Pierce and all that. I wish they would play these songs in the stadium for the fan base. Of course, the band deserves money, you know, for playing it. But I wish Mark Davis moving forward would appreciate the fans and the music and that culture and let it seep into the actual NFL in our stadiums and in our home, in our locker rooms with that type of stuff. I would die and love to see Raider players like Max Crosby, Devontae Adams, Antonio Pierce, who grew up a Raider from Compton, baby, singing a song like Soul Raider. If you guys don't know what song I'm referencing, look it up. I'm sure there's a video online. Soul Raider by 4Dub, the number 4 and the letter D-U-B. Check it out, man. But, man, that is the culture that I hope is going to come back. But I cannot imagine being in the Raider locker room with our spirit as fans, like, let alone I've talked to some of the Raider players on Twitter on occasion, and to infect their locker room, and we infected change by firing McDaniels. Pretty dang awesome. Mikey, bring back your old theme song. I don't remember the name of it, but it was a mash with AC and DC. Yeah, man, that got copyrighted, Henry, every time I played it. So I couldn't do it in videos, but I love it. Calling out to Raider Nation crew. We're going to make it all happen right here, right now. Calling out to Raider Nation crew. We're going to make it all happen right here, right now. Yo, let me tell you a story about the Raider Nation crew. That's not the name of the song. That's the song I made it. But, yeah, it got copyrighted, man, all the time. And so I wasn't able to make any money off of it, so I can't do it. But thank you, brother. Giants are the only team that has scared less than us or scored less than us. First game with more than 20 offensive points, maybe. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No doubt. We're going to get into my Giants review in a minute. All right. My question, Hardcore Raider, who's playing in the Super Bowl? It is going to be the Buffalo Bills. We all know it's the Kansas City Chiefs. It's going to be the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs in that, and it's going to be a rematch of the Eagles and Chiefs. And we all know who the winner's going to be. So, score prediction, Raider versus Giants. I'll give you that in about 5-10 more minutes. Thank you, Raider Critique. Are you talking about I'm a Raider by Los Rocas? No, he was talking about, I had a song back in the days with my show called Calling Out to Bay Area Crew. Check it out. Look up that song. Calling Out to Bay Area Crew. We're going to make it all happen right here, right now. That's what the name of the song was, Bay Area Crew. But I would sing it with it playing in the background, and I'd be like, calling out Raider Nation crew. We're going to make it all happen right here, right now. 24/7, they're giving it out. Lupe, even though that's a dude, I know it's a dude. Thank you, Mikey. Great show. You and Wi-Fi Willie, all you podcasters. Oh, man, thank you very much for the kind words, brother. I know a lot of you guys don't like Wi-Fi, man, but you got to look beyond him wearing a Saints Derek Carr jersey and making money. You know, he a Raider fan. He's having fun with his beautiful wife, and they're living on their own in Oregon. And they're trying to pay their bills through YouTube. Yeah. You got to look past all the BS that you think you see, man. What's up, Critique? Where's Midnight Raider, Mikey? Yeah. Again, I want to put the graphics and everything, but my computer, I have an old one. It doesn't work so well. I don't have any graphic skills anymore. So I kind of just can sit here and talk, guys. You know, that's what it has to have become. But Midnight Raider, he's always here, brother. You guys have been seeing Midnight Raider throughout when I'm salty, when I'm yelling and cursing and speaking the truth. That's Midnight Raider, baby. Mikey Raider's got an alter ego. It's not only Mikey Raider, it's Midnight Raider. So if you ever see another Midnight Raider, I promise you, I'm the OG. Late at night, Midnight Raider comes out. It's late at night for some of y'all. Midnight Raider coming out. Thrash, hey, yeah, dude, F YouTube, man. They unsub everybody. You always got to check it. You got to sub, hit the bell. You got to do everything, brother. Mikey, please spell it right, Pando. It's not Mickey. Please read it on screen. I know I'm not mad at you, but a lot of people do this. They think it's like Mickey Mouse, like Mickey Raider. I'm tired of it. Mikey, Mikey, and my middle name is Ray, so I made it Raider. You get it? Because my middle name is Ray. Who do you like for our next coach? Antonio Plyrs. You know, I'm cool. I ain't gonna talk about it. I'm cool right now, baby. Greg got ghosted. He shouldn't. Mark Davis. He shouldn't hire Mark. What? Greg got ghosted because he told Mark Davis. Oh yeah, that's right. He shouldn't hire Mike Shanahan. Yeah, that's right. Wait, but Al Davis hired Mike Shanahan. Oh, I don't know. I don't know that history. I got to relive that history again. It wasn't Mark Davis that ghosted him. Are you saying Al Davis ghosted him? I'm sorry. I'm a little confused. Hardcore Raider, DNI Shish, and Reggie Carr. Sorry, I'm not showing everybody. I'm trying to catch up. They periodically take some away if they don't like you. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. They unsub you. Tragedy, what's up, brother? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you online. All is right in Raiderland. That should be a theme park. That'd be fun. And then by the end of it, you get a happy ending. Not only a Super Bowl victory in Raiderland, you get to have sex with a Raiderette. A real Raiderette. That'd be pretty hot. They need to have Raiderette porn. Like, is that one of my fetishes? Raiderette porn? Literally. I just want to see girls all raided out in clothing, jerseys, and I want to do it to them. So all you guys that got wives and beautiful girlfriends and beautiful wives, put them in some Raider gear. You're going to have a good time. That cum going to come out a little bit harder than normal. You're going to have a good time. Now that McPuff is gone, Associate Press. Oh, Antonio Plyrs. I was thinking Associated Press. Gets us 6 wins. Do we keep him moving forward? If he gets 6 wins, no doubt. No doubt. Oh, you mean 6 wins total or 6 wins in the next 9 games? If he gets us 6 wins, what do we have now? 3? Nah. If he gets us out of the next 9 games, if he gets us, what's half of 9? 4? 4.5? Sorry. If he got us 5 wins out of the next 9, if he got us to 8 and 9, you're damn right. I think I would hire him as the next head coach for next year. I'd ask him if he wants the job, see where he's thinking. Yeah, 5 more wins. If he got 4 more and had a 7 and 10, it's still a thought. But I would definitely look at other options. Just my opinion. Del Rio, yes, disrespected us way too much to come back. Del Rio disrespected us? How? I think they disrespected Del Rio. Was it that dang Washington game? Man, they need to make an ESPN 30 for 30 on that Washington game with the country being divided over Trump and BLM and all the kneeling and the national anthem. My God, man, I want to watch that documentary. I want the truth to come out. Officially, what happened? Did the players turn on Derek Carr and the coach because they are MAGA? Oh God, I want to find out. I don't care. I'm not even saying I'm MAGA, but my goodness, that is a storyline for days in NFL history. What happened, man? What happened? Wow. Lupe, I love Gruden, Chucky. Damn, that's news to me, Thrash. I didn't hear anything like that. Did he disrespect us more than what Gruden did? Sorry, my eyes are getting a little weird. Gruden will always be a Raider. I would take him back if he gets a real OC and Champ Kelly is the GM. You to go, what's up, Pedro? Vote for Pedro. Pedro Luna. I like Gruden's personality, but it's a lot of irritating stuff. Yeah, of course. Again, like I said, with witnessing what we witnessed, I'm all in on Gruden. You know, like I changed a little bit. That was the 2002 season. Oh, with Mike Shanahan? Is that what you're talking about, Frost? Again, I'm a little out of date with the chat room. Frost, WSA. That's right. He played for the Giants and Washington. Good to know. Renfro is going to be shuffling them feet now, finally. Yeah. Again, Derek Carr, man, it's kind of sad when you look at it. It's really sad. We gave up on a heart of the team for that dude, only to have all of this happen. And to almost lose Devontae, Hunter. We've already lost Waller. Like, it's sad. It's sad when you look at it. But again, on to brighter things, man. Thrash, but he does sound like Gruden when he went to Tampa Bay. Oh, you're talking about Del Rio? Did he do something in Washington? Okay, let me read this. Del Rio has all kind of little jabs at us when he was working on TV, like ESPN stuff. And there's a video of him bragging about hurting Gannon. What do you mean hurting Gannon? When he was he a Raven? When Gannon got injured in the show? Again, I'm confused. But yeah, I'm sure Del Rio had a lot of jabs. Because that's what happens when you do the type of choices this way. You know? Everybody gets salty and get mad. Derek Carr had jabs at the Raiders and the coaching staff and other stuff like that. Mikey, you badass. He's got a great show. Thank you. I'm getting a little weary, though, because I'm getting excited again. J.O., Mikey has always supported. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Ask Raider Nation for help. I always do. In my real life, a couple of years back, I needed help losing my house, and a lot of people supported it and came through. Yeah, I'm struggling again, but I got money for a few months. I just got to go out there and earn some more money. But thank you very much, Francisco. You're awesome. Scott, what's up, brother? I know that avatar. That's that dude. That's that good-looking dude. Hopefully you got a lot of women out there loving you. Thanks, Mikey Raider. It's a new beginning. You're dang right. You're dang right, Scotty. Appreciate you. Francisco, I can hook you up with a better computer, Mikey. Can build you one. Just ask. I ain't got the money, brother. Computers are thousands of dollars, bro. Computers are thousands of dollars. But hey, find me on social media. My emails are down below. And if anybody wants to offer me something or help me in any way with anything, a trip out on the town, buy me some tacos, I appreciate you. All the information to get a hold of me is down below as well. Oh, let the ads play and hopefully they get a few bucks. You're right. That's good. You want to see Instagram girls? He got hot butt ERNS Instagram. All right, I'll check it out. critique. EA Sports. It's in the game. Glad McDaniels and Ziegler are gone. I can't agree more. Mark Davis was thinking of, oh, here we go. Hardcore Raider. Mark Davis was thinking about hiring Mark Shanahan before he hired Jack Del Rio. Okay, now it's making sense. I forgot that storyline. You are absolutely correct. But Greg Papa, that's right. He got in his face, and Mark didn't like that. That's right. But Greg Papa told Mark he can't do that because Al Davis hated him. And why would you bring back in a rival and an enemy of your father? That is right. Kudos to you. I remember. Yeah, you remember. Thank you very much, Hardcore Raider. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get caught up to date. Yeah, he was the Ravens linebacker coach. Who and talks about him okay, yeah, he was the Ravens linebacker coach, Del Rio. That's okay. Now the storyline is ringing true, Thrash. Thank you. Yeah, he was the Raven. That's right. And he's on stage rewatching the video, laughing his butt off. That's right, about them intentionally hurting Gannon. That's right. It was Tony Saragusa. It was Tony Saragusa, the player that laid on Gannon, bro. And here's what happened in that play. They had a hit out for Gannon, and they were told to go beyond the whistle, maybe by Jack Del Rio. They were told to go beyond the whistle, and that's what happened. And then after that play, when he gets hit, they grab at the ball and his elbow while he's going down or right after he hits the ground, and they pull his elbow and his shoulder. Tony Saragusa, I think he passed away. I think he did. But Tony Saragusa rips his shoulder or his elbow out of pocket and injures him for that game. That's what happened. People say, oh, it happened while he was falling down. I don't care. You don't do that. He's already falling down. You've already hit him. There is no ball there. He's not going for a fumble. He's intentionally pulling his shoulder and his elbow to get an injury, hitting him after the play is dead, basically. That is some shady SR stuff. And if Jack Del Rio did that, shame on him. Shame on him. Instagram, Westside Media, 510. I hated Saragusa. Now he's gone. Sounds bad, but he never cared. Hurt Gannon and stole a Super Bowl from us. The refs stole a Super Bowl as well. So there's a lot to be said. But I feel you're hardcore. You are hardcore, brother, and I love you for that. All right, man, let's get to the Giants quick review. And we're going to get on out of here in about 5-6 minutes. It's been about 3 hours, and I'm going to go masturbate from my blue balls that I've been excited all day. Probably get some food in me. Maybe, you know what? I might treat myself. I shouldn't eat it. Might have some cheese. Might have a quesadilla with some vegetable and a salad. Mikey Raider going to have some quesadilla and a salad. More salad than quesadilla. But Mikey Raider going to have a quesadilla and some salad. Hopefully the cheese don't mess with me too much. I have stomach problems. All right, let's go to a Giants preview. A quick little preview at that. Maybe I'll do another video. Maybe maximize, make a few more bucks. But I'm excited for this game. And that's the most important thing that we could hope for going into this game, is to have the excitement back. And now after the Antonio Pierce press conference and the Raider spirit that I was feeling coming through the video, his words, I now know the players have it in that locker room. A seed has been planted. Where we go from here, anybody knows. Can we overcome all of the negativity and stuff that was left or around our locker in the cliques in the corner? Can we let the dogs loose? We don't know, but it can be done. And that's what Raider Nation is hoping for now, is just hope. It's like Star Wars. When they talk to Yoda, is he the one? No, There is another. So now with the removal of Carr, basically Jimmy Garoppolo with Antonio Pierce saying, who's going to be your starter? Aiden O'Connell. Right away! Aiden O'Connell. He gives us hope. And that's what Raider Nation needs now, is hope. I'm not saying he's the best. He might throw 3 interceptions. Guess what? I don't care. I'm going to cheer this man on. And I want him to learn in the NFL. Devontae Adams has vouched for him and is excited. There may be some interviews or press conferences that I have not watched yet. But Raider Nation is on board. The Raider players are clearly on board with Antonio Pierce as a motivating coach. Can we ride this wave and momentum to a win versus the Giants, who are also reeling? Yeah, we can. Should we win? Even before our former coach was fired, we should have won. Even in his system that is still left over, we should have won or should win. But now we've added excitement and passion, and we brought some pride back. And we're at home. This feels like an amazing game. We have a former Giants player taking over the coaching duties versus his former team, with a dream of becoming a head coach and a storyline of being born in Compton, playing for Long Beach Poly, being a Raider, being born a Raider, and he has the spirit. This is the beginning of a fantastic storyline, and it may go astray. It may not work. But you know what? This is more hope and more excitement and pride than we've felt for 3 years. Maybe even 10 years. Because we're going from such a low. Now we're above it to the ground from the deep. But now we finally see a future. We don't know what the future holds. All we know is it is no longer the Patriot way. The Raider way is back. It's at the infancy form. We died like Jesus under the devil. And now we're being resurrected. And we're going to be resurrected versus giants. Can we slay those giants like Goliath? Like David and Goliath? Remember that storyline? Can we slay those giants right after being reborn? We can. And we will. Darren Waller's going to meet everybody and see all his former family, his former teammates. And again, he's going to want to have a good game, but he's got hamstring issues. And Daniel Jones is going to play coming off a neck injury. They're struggling. Our defense is playing better. But we got some life in us. And I see us scoring more than 20 points. Under I almost said his name. I almost did it. We still have to use that offense for this game. But there's going to be some wrinkles. And when we're adding excitement and pride and poise to the offense, we can get the best out of these players. now that the snake is gone. We're going to score more than 20 points. Players are going to play hyphy. Remember beast mode back in the days? After he scored his first touchdown, and they played a song for the crowd when he became a Raider, his favorite team. That's what the Raider Nation is going to be doing this week. And internally, we're going to be screaming, touchdown, Raiders. Raiders are going to win. I don't care by how much. And even if they lose, we still won. We still won. Quick little score prediction before I think about it a little bit more factually, fantasy football player-wise. The Raiders win 30-23. I don't think the Giants will even score that much. But you know what? They're fighting back as well. Raiders win 30-23. Raider Nation going high for y'all. Maybe I'll go live. I don't know. But more importantly, y'all have yourselves a beautiful weekend. A week leading up to the game. And I love y'all, man. Get that excitement back, baby. Get that excitement back. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. God bless you. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay blessed. Thank everybody who supported, donated. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Shyman, Badillo, Desiree, my girl, Red Martinez coming through. Pistol 09, hooking your brother up. Pande Colima, the bread man, always being there for me, becoming a member. Big Joe with the support. Vibesy the Kid with the jokes. Sick with it. Always there. Red Martinez again. Scott coming through in the end. And all of you guys that support in your other ways. Thrash, Dionysius, Raider Paul, Eduardo, Panic, Raider Critique, Mile High Raider, Hardcore, Lupe. I'm sure I'm missing a lot. Aaron, Raider Critique, Gunner. I love y'all. God bless y'all. Good night. Go enjoy your time. Watch some YouTube videos. Drink your beer. Do whatever you got to do. Continue being happy. It's going to be a good week. God bless y'all. Let's do this.